All right. What up? This particular episode is I'm interviewing Russ and Joey. RUSSWOLE, JOEYFLEXX on IG. I'll make sure that I post all their information, like you don't know who they are, right? But yeah, man, it's a long one, man. So they just keep getting longer and longer. This is like around 3 hours. We took a couple of breaks, but it's all just fun stuff, man. We just talk, man, and I'd rather they be long than short and you get no information at all. So yeah, man, I'm excited about this one, as I am with all of them. But this one was this real dope, man. It's my first time actually interviewing two people at one time, man. I mean, and we just kind of talked and just kept talking and talking and talking. Next thing you know, 3 hours passed. I'm like, oh snap, we should probably end this. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, man. This is the Corner of the Circle. All right, we on this thing. We in here, man. Got my dudes here. You know what I'm saying? You got Flex, that Flex life very well represented. You got Russ up there in the H. I should say down there in the H. My man Joe on Cali on that West Coast time. I don't understand how it's dark where you're at right now. You in that dark
I just like my room dark.
Oh, man.
I got light skin.
Nigga make goth life.
Get a dark room, man.
This is where I'm strongest. This is where I have the most power.
You look like a goth kid right now. All right, man. Look, I'm not gonna mess with you too much, man. I just want to chop it up with you fools for a little bit, man. We'll do a little bit of Arnold recap on the real, but like I'm gonna be 100. I don't really care that much about the lifting stuff. I mean, like we all
just
do it.
Eat for the people.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just kind of, give them a little rundown of that Arnold life, how Arnold was for you and all that good stuff. And then we're just going to start just diving into just whatever I feel like. So, I don't know, man. It's been, like, I literally been trying to rest since the Arnold, to be 100 with you. I mean, I kind of dove back into like a little bit, but not like I'm going to have to in the next couple of weeks or whatever to get ready for Finland. So, I don't know, man.
I was just going to ask.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if you're going. I think you said that you were.
Yeah, man. Like, at first, I didn't know if I really wanted to because I was like, well, I guess I'm going to focus on Calgary. I'll make sure, I'm ready for that. But,
whoa. When you said Finland, you mean Bench World?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking World.
No.
You don't do both.
You know what I mean? That's what I've been doing. I've been doing that for the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm no rookie to this. I'm talking that yam like I ain't hurting right now, but yeah, I'm I'm hurting right now. Like it's just you know what I mean, you having a before until I got everything really lined up, I was literally running 2 different programs at the same time. You know what I mean? Like because you have to almost think specialty when you're doing bench only. You know what I mean? So like I was pretty much running a specialty aimed, specifically toward the bench, but at the same time running a full 3-lift program for bench. But I would just, they were chill until you get to that point where, everything's usually 4 weeks apart. Like same thing with bench nationals and raw nats, 4 weeks apart. Same thing with bench worlds and 3-lift worlds, like they're 4 weeks apart pretty much. So you'll hit a point where one starts to dip and the other starts to rise, and that volume intensity block just does one of these, bro, my body's like, I'm gonna die. Like everything hurts. So I was like, I gotta be smart about that this time around. And so, I mean, hopefully I wised up, and got it right. I don't know, but it ain't about me right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me. It's about you guys. All right, Joe, give me the rundown, man. Like, what was the Arnold? What was the Arnold for you, man? What was it like this year?
Well, it was good, like, but there are definitely things we could improve upon. For me personally, as a lifter, I mean, I did, 9 for 9. I PR'd my total. I overcame a lift that I failed at nationals, which, like, for me was, I really wanted to beat that. And the weight cut was very mindless. And I had a little bit of anxiety the morning of because I knew my girls were lifting. Right. But I told myself, like, I'm going to worry about me right now. Like, I got to make weight. I can't be concerned with both, even though I was like, Tina, how they doing? Tina, how they doing? Tina, how they doing? The whole time. But yeah, I mean, I did what I did when I came to do. I think that like I definitely had a lot more in the tank, so I'm still like seeing that makes me like really fired up to compete again.
Right.
But like, you know, for me personally, I don't know if you feel this way too. Russ, you're probably like, you know, you have superhuman healing, so you're probably good. But at the Nationals Arnold schedule, for me, like after the Arnold, I'm fucked. Like I'm just like I'm still dealing with lingering things from Nationals, and you don't really have too much time to let it cool off. You know what I mean? So now that it's done. Like my bench press was like unacceptable. Like 440 for me is like that's 10 keys off my best at that weight. So you know, I gotta just get that. The pecs are feeling already better, and then I'll be able to train like I need to train. So I did my thing. I'm pleased with it, but definitely hungry. The next day, you know, we had a couple. That was the pro-am day. I think you were on that day too. So Mikey, I'll just get him out the way. He had like a perfect meet. His squat and deadlift. I've never jumped 20 keys with anyone before. I've never jumped 20. I've never put in a 20-kilo jump and him hit it and me be like, fuck, he still got like I'm gonna jump another 15. So he's definitely coming up. He had an amazing meet. He hit everything. I think we only missed one bench, but we were really aggressive on a second, so he didn't have nothing left on it anyway. So that's all good. So definitely got for him. And then, so Russ, Tina, and Jonathan, God, this shit, as like a coach, it's like, we can't have that, but we're going to fix it. And we are already fixing it. But the depth thing, like, I mean, Tina's third, you know, I knew that it was going to be like right there anyway, because that's just her. And mentally, you know, with girls, like they just get in that mode where they just start, once they think one negative thing, it just,
the world's against you, like
it's
just snowball, bro.
Shout out to this man right here, Russ, for he literally straight up missed his second, came back and blew it up. Like that's so rare. That is so rare. The only other, like, I've seen it happen a few times, but I remember John at the U.S. Open, he fucking got, like, he just fell so bad with the second and then he blew it up. So that's like a special type of, you can't let, I think actually, we'll pause what I'm saying real quick. Russ, didn't you say that LS came up to you and was like, yo, man, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, it was more of like, it wasn't even so much about what was happening at the meet. It was like more about like asking me like, you know, what am I doing this for? Like, is it for myself or just for like the culture? So it's like, it wasn't so much focused on the lift. He added that at the end. He's like, yo, man, like, did you even know I missed my lift? Like, I don't even know.
I don't care about the lifts. I mean, I see what everybody does. I mean, the screen's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like you don't know who's hitting or whatever. Like, I don't necessarily pay attention. I read body language. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell. You can tell. Like, I don't care like how cool of a cat you are. Like, at the end of the day, if you miss something and you expect more of yourself, you gotta look. It's always like I always feel like there's like a lingering devil on my shoulder. Like, nigga, you should have hit that. You know that, right? Like it messes with you. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, if you're, you know, it's one of those. You know, like people like. How do I say this to not like sound like, oh, I'm on it? Like, because people show us a lot of love. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like not necessarily you have to put on this like face like, you know what, I gotta say positive because I have eyes on me. But it's one of those things where, you know, like, you know what, I'm disappointed, but I can't show the disappointment that I want to show that you would normally show, like, at the crib, at the gym, like, man, I missed it. I can't believe I missed that. Be pissed off for a little bit, let it linger. Like, you have to put on this face, like, it's all right, it's all right. But you know what I'm saying? But I knew it, you know what I'm saying? You can tell when something bugging somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Like literally after my second attempt, I came back to the back room. I'm like in shock because like I've never missed I've missed like 660 one time at a meet, but I was like obviously I wasn't ready for it.
Right.
But like this, it's like you have a certain expectation.
Yeah.
And when you just flat out missed it, I was like, is this like really happening? I sat down, I was like, damn. And like I had my face like the way it was, and like you saw from afar, you're like, yo, come sit down here real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Come sit over
here. Yeah, come sit over. I'm like, all right, word. You know and you weren't really talking about the lift. You were just talking about, you know, what's it for, and like I started thinking about it. I'm like,
it don't matter. When you think about it, at the end of the day, like, there's only so much you can do for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when you, like, take yourself completely out of the equation. Like, I'm here. Now, let me take myself out of the equation. Now what's the important part about it? You know what I mean? Like, there's a cat that's sitting in the front row that's been there since 6 a.m. to watch you lift. You know what I'm saying? There's there's a judge or two that just heard about this guy, but I don't know anything about him. You know, he's a really nice guy. I want to watch him lift because let's be 100. Like, these judges, they fanboy and fangirl just as much as anyone else does. You know what I mean? And which is, I think, is awesome. You know what I mean? Because you see the legends get calls that I'm not gonna get. You know what I mean? But like, they could be like 2 inches high. But like, you know what? He paved the way. He's gonna get that call. Like, so there's a certain air of respect that a lot of people get from these judges. They're human just like we are. So I think about all of that when I'm doing my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, because I can do it for myself, and that's what's up. But it's just not. It's not as fun. I've been doing stuff for myself since as long as I remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, I eat because I know I need to eat to live. You know what I mean? I cop J's on a regular because I know I want my feet to be laced. But when you're doing it and you take yourself out of the equation, like, you know what, man? What are you really doing this for? You just doing it, you know what I'm saying, because you want to get this, you want to hit this squat, or you doing it because, you know, like, hey, man, big picture, this squat can set you up for a good total. This total can set you up for a good nomination. This nomination could get in the head of your opponent when it comes time to go to Calgary, and then that shuts it down. So then not only you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your country, the culture. I mean, it's just bigger than this.
When you said, I looked at it differently though. Like, when you said, are you doing it for you or are you doing it for the culture? So the way I took it was like, all right, so everything leading up to this meet was like my expectation.
Yeah.
Right? Performing perfectly, hitting all my numbers, going 9 for 9 or whatever. But then when you said, are you doing it for the culture? I started thinking, I'm like, man, like, it is so easy to make this about me, being angry, throw my belt, tell everyone, like, nah, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I know that there are a lot of people there watching, and it's like, how can I make this a teachable moment, not only for myself, but for people watching? So it's like, yo, try to have a proper demeanor. Like, obviously it sucks to miss this, but like, show people that even when you don't hit the numbers you're supposed to hit, you can still have an attitude going forward. So it's like,
to piggyback on,
that was so easy to make it about me. So I had to be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Like so when I go out for a big lift that I've never done before, or something super heavy, I'll think to myself, like, I'll literally be like, Joey, like, your team's looking up to you, man. Like, you got to hit this. Like, you don't have an option. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I feel like that is, it's really empowering when you make it, like, not about yourself. It can be about yourself. And you could just, you know, go get this bag and this and that. But really, like, no matter what I do, like, the team and making sure that they're good is always going to, you know, come first. Like, that's why I just use.
For sure.
Nationals for most people is like, this is the meet. Like, Nationals is the meet. It's the doorway to the Arnold. It's the doorway to multiple different worlds. It's the doorway to invitationals. For me, it's just like, you know, I'm going to go in and I'm just do the bare minimum to get to the Arnold, but we got to make sure, you know, Russ gets to where he has to go, or whoever. Yeah. But going back to Russ's meet and missing that squat, coming back and getting it, even though he missed on depth, he did not miss a lift after that. And the team as a whole, all of them, even one of my girls from the first session, even though everybody that missed on depth, except for fucking Sean's third, they all came back and they blew up their depth. Like, man. They didn't. Sean didn't miss fucking Russ didn't miss a lift after that. Mikey hit everything. Fucking Jonathan, after almost bombing out, came back, blew up a 700-pound deadlift that we didn't even know he had in him.
Right.
Tina hitting that 396. So it just shows, like, this team is talented, and we're talented enough to still pull in W's, even though, you know, we made little mistakes. But it also shows their tenacity, their
perseverance,
perseverance, their ability to bounce back from, you know, dude, missing 2 squats and having to hit your third when you, like, it is. I don't know if you guys have been in that situation, but it is like, holy fuck, everything is on this lift. If I don't hit this lift, I'm out.
A wrap. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So for him to just kind of come back, you know, and get it, Jonathan, and then hit everything after that is, I think he missed 1 bench, but, like, dude, like, this, we have the heart, and that's the main thing. The little things, we can work on that in the off season. So it was really good. I was very, you know, pleased to see. It's like you get punched in the mouth first quarter, and you come back and you know, you pull it out. So that's it was good to see that, man. I mean, it was just like, these motherfuckers really want this shit, and that's what I need.
All right, so Russ, how was it for you, man? Like, this is your first Arnold, you know what I'm saying? Like, What was it like? What was it like for you? Aside from the lifting shit, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows what you did lifting wise, you know what I mean? But like, how was it?
It was more of like reaching a goal type of thing. So like, I was at the Arnold last year, but it was more. It was just like as a spectator. Like I've never been to the Arnold, so I was like, I just wanted to come check it out.
Right.
And I happened to stumble upon like the powerlifting meet. I was like, damn, like how do you like this is such a cool venue. Like how do you come into this area? Like how do you get invited to this? Like, oh, you gotta compete at Raw Nationals and get invited. I was like, all right, bet. So I set goals like I have to make it here next year. So like when I got the invitation after Raw Nationals, I was like, oh, this is tight. Like it wasn't so much like competing. It was more about like getting to meet more people from the community, being able to see Ray in the back room. Like I didn't talk to him, but I just wanted to observe how he carried himself and like how the lifters carried themselves. And it was just cool. The crowd was cool. Like
tight, right?
Yeah,
It's different.
Yeah, being able to walk out and like just the way the lighting is, it's like more a pressurized situation. So it was just cool.
I tell people like, I mean, Raw Nats it's probably the flyest meet that you can go to, but the Arnold is like, it's just that meet. It's like you, as a drug-free lifter, you know what I'm saying? As a tested lifter, I should say, like this is the meet you got to go to just to say, not necessarily that you did it, but it's just that meet like, you did Arnold? Like, what's the Arnold? Oh, you don't know what the Arnold is? Yeah. You ain't done nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's how I've always felt. So, like, that was like my 4th, 5th Arnold, man. And I was just like, bro, this is something, man. Like, it just feels different because, like, it's like the crowd is right there. You know what I mean? And the thing is, logistically, they're the same distance as they are at Raw Nats. But there's a higher degree, in my opinion, of disconnect between you and the crowd at Raw Nats. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, for me, there's just this mental disconnect.
I think also it's because, like, you have a lot of people that are kind of, like, funneling in from the expo. So it's, like, it's just, like, a different type of, like, I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
The lighting really does it. Because if you make an attempt to, like, look back, you just see people. Like, say word. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter who's lifting, but as soon as a lifter starts, all the traffic behind you, like all the traffic behind the people in the back, it just stops. And like you hear, like occasionally you hear your name, like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, word. You know what I mean? And like
LS. Yeah. Do you remember 2016? I think Gaston was there, and that was when I think we had like 10 world records drop. It was like Ray.
Dude, everybody was going in. Dude, everybody. We were just feeding off. Because there wasn't that many lifters. It was like 8 or 9 of us. Like, it wasn't.
On that day, yeah.
It wasn't a lot of us.
I think they had little people, like women in the same flight, or small people in the same flight as big people. Because I remember Tina was going out, and then Blaine would be in the back.
Yeah.
And I remember that shit, dude. I remember that's when they had it was a Titex bar, and he squatted like 1,100, and that shit was like,
yeah, man, that shit was shaking. I was like, woo! I mean, I was like, I remember I went back, no distance tight, and I was like, man, what is this? What are these weights? What is this?
It was made in China.
You know, they're all made in China, but I'm just saying, like that design. I was like, what is this? They look like little candies. I'm like, what is this? Like these little candy bars.
You know, it's funny. Calibrated kilo plates, man. I hate them. I hate the way they look. Like, it does not, the way they look doesn't make me want to live.
Purple, green.
Well, you look at them like, man, these they don't look fly at all. But like, low key, you know, I'm like, Alico, they make those chrome joints, those chrome on everything I love. I wish I had the disposable income to just cop like about a G&a-half worth of calibrated chrome plates. Those are the flyest, but the 45 joints, not the 55 kilos. I don't like.
Yeah, those are hard to find, man.
Joint. Like, I like the 45s because they're thick. You know what I mean?
Dude, if you have those, you're like fucking. That's like fucking buying a nice car or fucking like wearing a chain. Wearing a chain to the gym.
Yeah, bro. When I first got to De Novo, man, and I was at the house, I'm like, I went back and I saw these chrome plates. I'm like, Nick, what are these? I never seen chrome plates before. But like you could tell I was a straight noob to everything. I didn't know they even make chrome plates. I'm like, boy, these are so fly. And I was like, I didn't really know how to pick them up. And I was using that BarPath app. The BarPath app doesn't even pick it up because like the chrome, like the reflection, like throws it off. So like do my bar pass was just straight zigzag. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, but yeah, like I like the 45 plates just because they're just thicker. You know what I mean? Because you get like 4 20 kgs. I'm like, man, these red joints, it doesn't even look like I'm doing anything.
Yeah, I know.
But then
it doesn't look good for the gram, you know?
Pick them hoes up, like, oh, this shit is way heavier than it looks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like low-key disheartening. Like, I swear I'm stronger than this. Why leave 4 plates? Why do they hurt like it's 6 plates? You know what I mean? So I don't even look anymore, man. I don't even look at the plates. I don't even try to count them. I'm like, it is what it is. It's all 600 to me. In my head, I'm like, that's just 600. You know what I mean? Like,
that's actually like a good way to think about it. Like, even the way that I prescribe training, it's like I don't care what weight you're lifting. I just care that it feels what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your body doesn't know like, oh, you got 5 reds on there or 4 reds on there.
Yeah,
It knows,
I don't know if I can move it today.
Get
yeah, man. That's so. I don't know, man. Like that's always my beef with like calibrated like in kilo. I don't like kilo plates. I mean, and I'm just being a snobby American.
I don't think anybody does.
Everybody's not in the States, you know what I'm saying? But like, I just feel like I'm so American about like my approach to plates. I'm like, oh, it's not 45. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But if like they call it 20, like, oh, that's just 20 kilogram. Nah, it's not the same. It's 45 pounds. Like, I'm stupid about it. But yeah, man. So the Arnold was it was all right. So like your birthday was over there, on it, right?
Mine was, yeah.
Yeah, your birthday was, your little birthday.
Hey, it was cool, man. Seeing everybody there, like Saturday, we went to go eat at some place, and then like kind of after everybody lifted, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like a post game kind of, go out and eat, and then the next day, fucking Sean was like, Joey, I'm taking you to steak, right? And it was like the most expensive fucking steak you could think of. He got us these little 2 ounce pieces of meat, right? And it was $140 each, and he bought 4 ounces so we could all have some. So he spent $280 on 4
some punk ass meat.
Nah, and bro. Sean pulls up. He's got his collar shirt. He's like, excellent, yes. And he sits down. And shout out to Berto, right? Like Berto.
Yeah, I know Berto.
Like, we could go to Denny's, dude. Like
Berto don't care, dude.
I remember when he got with Leanna, he was like, "What's up, girl?" He's like, "Trying to go to Denny's." And she's like, "What?" She's like getting all dressed up, and he's like, "Let's go to Denny's," because that's how he is. He's from NorCal. He's from NorCal. He's from NorCal. He's from fucking. That's how he is.
That's how they
I love
down.
That, dude. Because like, why spend the money? So I felt bad because like the last 2 years. So this will be the 3rd year that I've always had my birthday, because Berto's birthday is on the 7th. So he's always kind of at the Arnold with me, and he would just be there. I'm not sure if he went 2016, but. Last year he was there too, and it was just kind of like a tradition. Like when I had my birthday dinner, and him and Leanne always come, so it was really nice to see them. And then Russ was there, Tina, Sean, and his girl, and it was dope. But what killed me, one, I felt bad for Russ and Berto, because it was like, damn, like I invited them to dinner, but that shit was like $100 bazillion. When I looked at my Diet Coke, that shit said $14 times 4.
Word?
That shit said $14.
Oh my god!
And I was just like, oh my god, dude, that shit fucked me. That shit fucked me up. But luckily Tina got it, so I was good. But like,
you go like, yo, Tina, go. You got this one, baby.
No, I didn't even know, because I was like, what the fuck? This shit was so much. And then Tina's like, give me that, you shit, and then she paid for it. So I was good. But shout out to Sean. Shout out to everybody that came that didn't expect that. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Like my steak alone was like $70 just for it was like this big. It was like.
I looked at the menu. I was like, bruh. I spent like $100. But it was good. It was good food. I ain't gonna lie. It was good.
Ain't no food that good, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
We kept running into Bradley everywhere, like literally everywhere. He fucking like he was there too. Like we went to go eat. We saw Breon. I don't know if you know Breon, but like one of the homies. Yeah. I think he's a Mr. Olympia for what's the new one? Classic.
Yeah.
And then Bradley pulled up, and it was cool just to see like what was cool about this Arnold for me especially was like I'm going there, but I'm bringing family with me. I'm bringing everybody's comfortable with me. You know what I mean? So it was like we was chilling.
Like
we was chilling.
This Arnold.
Let me ask you, Ellis. Were you ever in like were you ever in like game time mode, serious mode, or were you just like? I was just the whole time. I was just like, I mean, I do this. I do this like literally. You know, we're just lifting. Like I do this all the time. Like this is. I never got in that mode where I was like, oh shit.
I tried to get in game mode like one time, but like honestly, man, you already know how I'm Arnold. When I was dookie on myself the whole time and throwing up the whole time, so like I was completely drained. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no secret. So at that point, I was like, well, I know I'm gonna be drained, but we'll see where we can push my body. I didn't know, like low key. I'm at that point. I'm at that point where I don't know my limit. You know what I'm saying? Like no one really knows their bodily limits. Like where can you push your body? Where can you take your body? Like can I actually do this meet, you know what I'm saying, perform well in this meet knowing that I have, like, I'm under these, like, extreme conditions? And let's be 100. How extreme is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got diarrhea and you're throwing up everywhere. Like, it's not, it's like so first world.
Oh, you had diarrhea?
Bro, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
Hey,
let me tell you how embarrassed I was. I would,
Your weight cut? Were you cutting?
No, it wasn't even the weight cut. It was just, I got sick. I got sick Friday. And it just stayed with me, and I'm like, all right, cool, maybe I can just, you know, you can feel it growing in you, you know what I mean? Like I was on some alien shit. I could just, like, feel it, like, growing in me. And, like, I started getting stopped up. But I just kept trying to, like, you know how you, like, try to go mind over matter? Like, you know what, if I just stay positive, if I just start, you know what I mean, this, hey, what's up, everybody good? You guys good? So I was, like, walking around like, yeah, you good? Everybody good? Blah, blah, blah. And then I would go, like, off in the corner like, oh, my God. We can do this. You know what I mean? So I was trying to, you know, like, at least, you know, make it happen. Because I've cut way worse. So it wasn't, I didn't think it was a cut. I just, man, I tried to, like, get all the fluids in. It just, everything that came in was going out. Shout out to SBD for making black singlets. I see you, baby. I appreciate you. Like.
All black?
Huh? Yeah, I had to go all black. Because, hey, this is the realest. Like, this is how I know God is so real. Because originally, I had... I asked them to let me. I tried to get it was a Royal Blue Special Olympics Alaska singlet that they gave to me when I went to Alaska. And I was like, I'm gonna rock this. You know what I mean? I got the Royal Blue socks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come through with the, you know what I'm saying, with the True Blue Jays. So I thought I was ready. I was ready to roll. And so I go to do the check-in. They're like, no, we're not gonna let that happen. I'm like, man, good thing I brought all these SBD joints. Thank God I brought.
Wait, why wouldn't they let it happen? Why wouldn't they let it happen? It's a legit singlet.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. You know, and the lady was sweet about it. She goes, I work with the Special Olympics too. I'm like, all right, that's what's up, but I can't let you do it.
What?
For the kids, man. But again, what? You know me, I'm not gonna argue about it. I'm like, so let me go and rock this SBD joint. It was straight out the bag. I popped the tag on it, so I wasn't really tripping. So
you should have just left it right there, like right in the front.
Dude, I was just man. Thank God for that. All I'm saying is thank God that single was black, bro. And I had like a couple of them on me because, like, dude, at one point I was like, man, it was bad, bro. So I was like, I put it this way. It was so bad at one point. I'm sorry, everybody listening. It is what it is. It was so bad at one point when Kelly was going to squat at 1,000. I was yelling for him, and I damn near shit myself. Yelling for him. I was like, you got to Kelly. Ooh. I'm gone. I had to run. And so when we were doing warm-ups in between attempts, I had to use the bathroom every single time between attempts and warm-ups. Every single time. Think about that. Every warm-up that you do, all the way through to the end. So by the time I got to my last deadlift, I had nothing in me. To the point that Tasha Bowen, Miss Savage, she legit went and got me Gatorade. She's like, you don't look good. You don't look well at all. Like,
she was the one doing the table.
Yeah, like
she was very helpful.
Yeah, sweetie. She
was helpful. She helped. She helped all weekend. She was good. I prefer her to be there every year.
Yeah,
she's the homie.
Like, so I was just like, man,
I thought Russ was going like this.
I thought he was doing Wakanda. I was like, you doing Wakanda already? But yeah, so she helped me down, man. Like, she went and got me a Gatorade. I was in that bad of shape. All the fluids that I had that I drank, they were completely depleted. Next thing I know, like, the only cool, like, not the only cool thing, but the dopest thing that happened that whole time, I'm being 100 with you, was after bench was over with, Ed Cohn came back. So, like, you know, I'm sitting over there, you know, chopping it up with Ed. And, of course, Andy, you know, dude, pause for a second. This big shout out to Andy Wong, dude. Freaking
Andy Wang?
Yeah, the freaking, that huge Asian guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for everybody out there
yeah.
listening, you know what I mean? Like, that dude legit came through so sick for me. Like, just came through, helped handle. He freaking helped, like, low place, everything. Just came just out of nowhere like a knight in shining armor, man. And, I mean, and I met him back when we were in Anaheim. And that's the first time I met him. And since then, dude, he's just showed me love. Like, and, like, honestly, he just kind of extended that love, came back, helped, you know, Ryan and stuff out. And, you know, so at one point, I'm sitting back there like hella drained. And Ed comes over, and we're all chopping it up. I'm like, bro, this is what it's about. It's not necessarily about lifting weight. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and it was crazy because when I talked to Russ about, you know, it's for the culture. It's not necessarily for us. That was my moment. Like, you know what? This is what it's about. Because, like, I mean, let's be 100. Like, and he's a USPA dude. You know, an IPL guy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Ed's had his beef with the IPF and vice versa. But we're all back there just chilling, talking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be going to pull right now. You know what I mean? But, you know, the big boys are benching. Like, it was just chill. It was a good moment. You know what I mean? And I look over to my left, and, I see you in your camp. Everybody's just kind of sitting there, like, just chilling on the bench or whatever, and, you know, just kind of talking whatever. And Russ, I think
if you needed help, I could have tossed you some bodies, man. We had a lot of
the thing is, I wasn't really tripping on it. You know what I mean? You know, I like going solo dolo anyway. You know what I mean? So, like, anytime you have anybody on the team, it was good. You know what I mean? But the fact that we're back there, everyone is just kind of in chill mode. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of cracking up because I was like, well, you know, Russ, you had your man back there, and then they're like, oh, everybody that's not lifting, blah, needs to go. I'm like, well,
yo, man,
hold up, everybody was catching the boot though. Because they booted my mans, they booted Lane, they booted everybody. They were booting everybody.
Priscilla was regulated, man.
Yeah, man.
I think Priscilla, she came through and took Paul out too. I was like,
hey, did you see, dude, hey, shout out to, I almost called him Kevin. Shout out to Kelvin. He did not stop filming. He was like, nah. She's like, excuse me. He's like, nope, I got to get this. I gotta get this. And I was just like, that's the cameraman. That's when I saw, I was like, dude, this guy, a bus could be coming at him. He's like, I gotta get the shot.
I gotta get this shot real quick. He's like, it's art over everything, yeah. But like, it was just cool, man. Like, just seeing everybody kind of like, you know, in their element, kind of doing their thing. And like, for me, I was like, well, this is what it's about. I mean, I know I'll get at least one deadlift. So I'll be able to kind of say in the meet. At that point, man, I had what, 2 lifts? And it was like a 5 for 9, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I still almost cracked 1,800 going 5 for 9, so I'm like, I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? Like, if this is me at my worst, if this is me being able to push my body past its limit and being able to see what I'm made of, like, as a man, then I'm good with this. So I was all smiles after it was over with, you know, and it, like, you know, like I kind of said earlier, the Arnold was dope, but it was just so much love. I almost felt like it was more social this time around than it's ever been, at least for me. And you know, for me, it was more about business and making sure that I executed a couple business plans that I had rolling at the time. And more than anything, showing love to those that showed me love, man. And so, you know, my goal that I've always had as a lifter since I started this little journey was like, I want to be a world champion. I already got that. I'm straight with that. So what else do you do it for? You know what I mean? So, you know, now it's just like you got, you know, cats like Russ coming up, you know what I mean? And you know, just hella youngins coming up, man, that have a chance to, you know, to make something happen. Like, you know, and so where I look at it as far as my role goes, I'm not the old head, but I'm not the new school. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm that bridge. So who's willing? No one wants to be the bridge. Either you choose a side, like either you're a blood or you're a crip. No one ever wants to be the mediator in between. Like, oh, hold on, we can all do this together. You know what I mean? The old heads don't necessarily mess with the new schoolers. You know what I mean? New school don't really mess with them old niggas. Like,
I can relate to that. I feel like I pretty much get along with with everyone.
Yeah,
but,
man. So there's a few of us that have an opportunity to serve as a bridge between the gaps. You know what I mean? But not a lot of people are willing to accept that role. Like, they want to be they want to be a young gun or they want to be an old head.
I think also it's incumbent upon like people like myself. Like, I've only been here for what, 2.5, 3 years. It's like I have to make sure that I'm ingratiating myself with like the old heads. It's like that's like weight room culture though. It's like
you have to, but
you have to talk to the OGs because they're gonna show you the way. They're gonna show you
a lot of these dudes. But again, a lot of that comes from we all play sports coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And locker room mentality is one of those things. Like if you're a freshman, you know, like, hey man, I gotta wait my turn until a senior says it's time for me to go. Like it's the same thing. You grew up in any type of locker room mentality, any type of sports background, you know, like there's a hierarchy that must be adhered to. Otherwise, you're gonna go against the grain and you're not gonna make it. You're just not gonna make it. So that was the first thing I did when I got in the game. Like somebody showed me a little bit of love. I'm like, all right, well, who's the OG here? Who are the guys that I need to learn about? You know what I mean? And I started Googling everybody. I started YouTubing everyone, and you know, figuring out the people I need to learn from, the people I want to be like, the people I need to emulate, the people that I need to pattern at least my grateful game from. And I mean, and it all roads for me led to David Ritz. So when once he became kind of my star, so to speak, like then I was straight. You know, and then when I had a chance to meet him, I was crazy, and he literally, you know, told me everything that was going to happen to me. He told me in 2013 when I met him, and from that point I'm like, bet. Now that that's happened, now what do? Do I find someone else to do that for? Do I have enough experience in the game to do it? Not necessarily. You know what I mean? Like I'm just passing through my 5th year of doing this. You know what I mean? But you know, I know that my job is I can't be a new schooler anymore, but I don't necessarily have the body of work that speaks to a legend and or an old head. I would like to think at one point, you know, maybe down the line I'll have that body of work, but until I've been able to master that body of work, my job is to make sure that the old school understands what the new school is doing, that the new school has enough respect for the old school. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people are willing to step into that role. Like, hey, my role is I'm going to be that mediator in between. So, you know, it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely a role that's less traveled by a lot of people. And certainly I don't necessarily have the following nor the, you know, the I want to say the experienced, you know, and acquired knowledge in terms of a coach and lifter, you know, on both sides to be able to, hey, you do this, you do this. But what I do have is people skills. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can use people skills to do a lot of things. You know what I mean? So getting a lot of hustle. So it's kind of cool to kind of watch, you know, watch Russ kind of do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to watch you do your thing, because while you guys are, you know, you're in the same camp. You know what I'm saying? You're on 2 different journeys. You know what I mean? Just, you know, and it's cool. You know what I mean? Like Joe, you're quickly going, you know, going the way of you know, a Bryce / Mike T / Matt Gary. You know what I mean? But same time, you're more of a, you know, you got a lot of Mike T in you, bro. Like you got a lot of that Mike T in you, and you know, saying so for me watching, I'm like, dog, this dude is you're literally doing your thing, and I'm watching you doing your thing, and you know, I told you at jump shot, I'm like, man, I don't really know a dude like that. I don't know if I'm gonna rock with him just yet. You know, I gotta see what him. It's the truth. But like watching what you're doing now, like your hustle speaks volumes about you as a man. You know what I mean? And for me, that's how I judge whether or not I want to rock with a person. Like people are a lot of talk nowadays. You know what I mean? But you grind. You know what I mean? And so with Russ, I hate to take it from you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It means a lot. You know, what I like about ULS is that you're not afraid to recognize your peers and lift them up, which I think is so rare. Like I feel like maybe not so much now, but you can feel it here and there. Well, you might do something really good, and everybody's dapping you up, but there's just that couple little people that they'll never, no matter what you do, you can stop a meteor from hitting the planet, and they won't show you love. You can never do enough. But like I would like to think of myself as I like the names that you dropped. You know, shout out to Mike, shout out to those dudes. But I would like to think that I don't know. I see myself as a little different from what they're doing in the sense that I'm a very trenches guy.
You're in the trenches.
As the kind of I'm like a trenches guy. I'm not saying like those guys aren't, but like I feel like Bryce, especially because he's so, you know, when he wants to win worlds and he has to do all that stuff, that is like his main thing. And anybody that is got a world championship coming up will tell you that like if you try to focus on that and a million other things, dude, Olympians will break up with their girlfriends to train. You know what I mean? Like that is like a laser focused thing. So I feel like, you know, his thing. I don't know if it still is, but I feel like it was like just primarily being a lifter, and you know, and then he'll put out content, like he'll do seminars and stuff. for me, I just really gain a lot, like a lot of just like reward from working like individually with people, and like just that's why I work with so many people, because it's like I try to. That's what I like to do. I like to see it's like a story. It's like a story. You have a person that starts at A, right? And they go through this movie. It's like a movie. They're going through this thing. They're going through this thing. They're going through this thing, and then they end up, you know, in this place. And me as a coach, I get to see where they came from. I get to see the beginning, all the shit that they went through, you know, all that stuff like that. And I don't know how, you know, I don't want to speak for anybody else, but like for me. Maybe they're the same, but for me, that is really what I enjoy. That is what I like doing. I do it, like I got into powerlifting and I love lifting weights, and but I feel like just seeing people grow both on and off the platform is so rewarding for me. And it's, dude, like when Tina came to me, she benched the yellows. Now she's benching two.
What's the yellows?
It's like fucking 115 or some shit, 120 or some shit.
Okay, that makes
Sean,
sense.
when he came to me, he's
benching reds.
Like,
oh no,
he was like 1400. No, he was like, and now, you know, and it's like, and dude, I didn't even want to say nothing on Russ because you're just gonna see it because he's right here. But it's like, man, like Mikey, when he came to me, he was a 93 with his little numbers, and now he's like, bro, like. He's a threat, you know, in the 105s. And it's like, dude, it's so rewarding to me to see these people just grow and come up.
Yeah.
Especially with women. They come and they're kind of shy. They're kind of shy. Like, you know, don't really have too much confidence.
You literally watch them grow. Like,
as a person, like they start to appreciate their body more. They start to get more confidence. They start to, you know, they're not just getting with any dude that hits them up. They're shooting dudes down.
Yeah. the little DMs start growing and everything. I got about 3 girls that's like that, man. I'm like, man, listen, like when you get them, you know, and they just like, it's just if they just stick with the program, you know what I mean. And while don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's awesome to like train and program for a guy, but dude, when you get a female, they're very good about sticking with the program a lot. They don't necessarily go rogue like dudes do. You know what I'm saying? They'll stick with the program, and so like when you,
I don't know, Tina be going.
Tina's different, bro. Tina's got like
because it's base, so she'll be like,
Tina don't got
she
that.
Can get away with it.
Yeah, Tina's like,
you're not gonna cut me. He'll never cut me. I'm gonna fucking max out.
Right. Tina's like, I'll give him 60% respect. You don't get the full 100. You know what I mean? Like everybody else, they'll give you the 100%. Like, but all the ladies that I've worked with, man, like they all like. It's crazy because you see them like, you know what? You're a beautiful young woman. You know what I mean? You're grinding. You know what I mean? You know, you're a beautiful grown woman. You're grinding. You already look good. But then like they start working. You know what I mean? You give like a hypertrophy here and there. You know what I mean? Give them a few little this, little that. They start getting finer. I'm like, word up. And then you get those
they
like
start posting
that little IG pics.
And more lifting.
Yeah.
And they're like more classic. Dude, it's so good.
I'm like,
so
I see what you
did.
It's like you're not doing all those, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing these thirst trap pictures anymore. You're like, man, peep these lats on me, you know what I mean? Like peep you know what I mean? They start I got a couple that, you know, they got that little feature in a girls who a powerlifter, what I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. I got a couple girls in there, you know what I mean? Like it feels good to see that, you know, and you know, or you get like, coach, man, these guys are DMing me right and left. I'm like, that's what's up. Tell them you're welcome. You know what I mean? Like it's a good look. Like but then when you see them, they get when they finally get on the platform, because you know, like I feel like with all the females that I work with, they're very calculated in terms of when they want to get on the platform. Whereas a guy's like, shoot, I'm ready to go. So when they finally get on the platform, you know what I mean? Like you go from like the little mock meet at the gym, like I don't know if I got this, blah blah blah, to like they get on platform, they just turn to like, bro, they literally turn to like killers, man. Like, and that's the coolest thing to see the evolution, especially of my ladies, seeing their evolution, you know, from day one to like day now. You know what I mean? And with guys, I don't know. Like with guys, you never know what you're gonna get. You just know, like, you know what, you throw some testosterone at them and throw some weights, like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean? But I agree with you, dude. Like, you have a very large camp. That's actually something I want to talk about. Like, you know, I mean, it's definitely not one of the smallest camps out there. But as far as what I've seen in terms of, and we talked about this before, your growth as a coach, your numbers they steadily increase, but the numbers of competitors that you're starting to see, you know what I mean? Like, how are you able to kind of handle that?
Like actual...
Russ, I'm about to get you in a minute. I promise you. Like, I got a string question for you, Russ.
No. I'm chilling. I'm learning. I'm listening.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, you were saying just like how do we
the management?
I think
the time management.
Just so well. First off, I'll just put it out there. So I told myself, like, over time, I started with literally 3-4 years ago. I think I only had like 10 or 12 clients, and then it just been growing. And then after like I remember after John won Worlds, that's when it really put us both, like him and me, like we really got, more attention. And I told myself, like, I'm going to keep it like right at 40, 50, 40, 60. And then over time, I started to realize I'm getting, much better with time management. And just like, becoming more of a, like, how can I take my thoughts, put it on paper in the most efficient way. And I like, you can't waste any time on shit that doesn't matter. That's and I think like having a lot of work keeps you. I mean, I think it should keep you, like, you don't focus on stupid shit like in work or in life. If it doesn't matter, like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, Tina might tell me about some drama. I'm like, I really don't care about that. Like, like this.
You ain't got time. I'm trying to get this bag, baby.
The pursuit, exactly, like the pursuit of the bag must always be there. You know what I mean? So I slowly work myself up. I try to stay close to 100 active, but there's always a couple people that are like, people see the all-stars, but they don't know, like, the majority of the people that I work with are just dudes that are just trying to get stronger. They have lives, they have kids, they have jobs, they have just so many other things in their life, going to school, so many other things going on, and that's like the bulk of the people that I work with, and I've found, just giving them your time. I do nothing else. I only coach people. My job, my life is my lifters. All I do is literally I wake up, I drink my fucking taupe. Shout out to Ben. I drink my taupe. I don't even eat yet, and then I just sit here and
go straight to the taupe. That's how you living?
Hey, quick, I'm gonna jump in real quick just to add this. Like, I remember someone asked me, it's like, yo, how many lifters does Joey have? I'm like, I think he coaches like close to 100 at a time. And they're like, oh man, he's giving cookie cutter plans. I was like, I felt disrespected. I was like, nah, bro. Like, trust me, like big homie does nothing but, stay in the room grinding. Like, trust me, bro.
Last night Russ was up. And I was up, and I was just like, oh shit, he's up. I'm on anyway. Like, what was it? 1? It was 3 for you? 2?
Yeah, it was like almost 3 for me in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I'm awake from 11 to like 4 a.m. So that's how I do it.
Listen, you can't baby. This is the office now, bro. Like, literally, I'm not joking. Like, there is no room. There's no room to waste time anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we can't.
You can't waste any more.
So,
go ahead.
No, so just that's literally all I do. I focus on them. I found very, very early on when I first came into this years ago, the number one complaint that I heard from people about coaches was that they were hard to get a hold of. And I never understood that. I didn't make any sense to me. It's like, what do you mean they only talk to you once a week? That doesn't even make sense. Like, what the fuck are they doing the rest of the week? Are they just so fucking busy that they can only talk to you once a week?
No one's that busy.
That's just how it was back then. And I think that coaches coming up, and this is what I think allowed me to get ahead, was like they just saw that model and they just did that. Like, oh, once a week check-in. And I was like, fuck that. If you need help, like, hit me up right now. Like, tell me now. It's so like, if I had a question about a play, I could go to Coach P's office. Rest in peace, Coach P, who's my linebacker coach, and I could just go to him anytime and be like, hey man, so like, if they run this, like, these are my options, right? Is it, DN's supposed to pull here or do whatever,
right?
Or check top here, whatever. And it's just like, that's all I do. I'm here. I sit in front of this desk. I answer messages all day. Emails right now is at a point where I just put them on a wait list, or I try to, if I think they might be a good fit for Tina, I might shoot them there. Or if I sent, like not too long ago, I had a guy that was like a bodybuilder powerlifter, and I was like, I mean, if you want to coach, like maybe Ryan, maybe Berto,
yeah,
but see, it's different. Like, I can't just send people to Berto. They have to go through the system.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird like that. But
I had a girl I had to do that today with Ryan. I'm like, girl, I can't help you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not your thing. Dude. I'm not gonna prep someone for a show. I mean, theoretically, I could do it. Yeah. But it's not my thing. So.
You stay in your lane. You know what you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
and what
exactly. That's the important thing. I know what I'm good at, and I fucking attack that. And I think that's what allowed us to, get to where we are. And going back to the second part of your question about how these people have become threats, and over time, I think it's just here's the thing about coaching. Like, your loyalty will literally. Like, you're going to pay, like, money is a part of it, right? You're going to pay the same amount, but you're literally getting more as time goes on because I'm going to learn you better. I'm going to become better at attacking your weak points, at prescribing training, at dialing things in. So literally over time, it becomes, I cannot tell you how many times, and I'm sure, you've gone through this. Even Russ, I know you, I think you might have a free program that you put out for your peeps. Like what you can give them, they can't pay for. They can't pay for it,
brother. Like,
it's literally they can't pay for it. So, and I like to think of myself as one of the more affordable coaches out there, and that's why, like, that's my whole thing. If I could be affordable, if I could help young guns enough, like a reasonable range where like they could pay for it, over time, I'd rather put in that time with them. I'd rather get 3, 4, 5 years with them. Whatever, and build them up and make them something great and special where we can look back. I had a guy, I don't know what it is about these college kids. I don't know what's going on in schools these days, but I have these guys, like, they work really hard in school. Like, they're fucking smart. Yeah. But they're like, Joey, I'm trash. I had to trash this. I didn't pause. I'm trash. This is garbage. And they just have this negative talk about themselves all the time. And I fucking hate it. And it's like, dude, you put it, I say, go look at when you first hit me up. What the fuck was your squat max?
Right.
500? You fucking just say 600 at an 8. You're offending me when you say this shit because I'm investing in you. You know what I mean? Like, I literally want you to do well. So,
and that's why you're finding the success that you have, man. Because you make a conscious mental investment, and into each client's well-being. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. We live a life to where we're literally doing what we want to do, and we make bread off of it. You know what I'm saying? We're not starving from it.
It's rare that happens.
Rare. You know what I mean? So, like, and I always refer back to Eric, when he talked about, there's a lot of people that want to be a full-time, they want to be an online coach, blah, 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 because they think it's easy work.
Are you willing to stop everything to do it?
My dude.
Are you willing to give it all you got? You know what I mean?
I'm like, bro, it's just so full-time, bro. It's full-time. Because, honestly, once you get over 20, once you get over 5, everyone's time is different. You know what I'm saying? And if, at some point your reputation, if you're doing a decent enough job, you don't have to do a great job in comparison to a lot of these cats. If you're doing a halfway decent job, you're going to get people to hit you up from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Not just, East Coast, West Coast, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get people to hit you up from all over the place. And when I got my first Australian client, I'm like, okay, that's what's up. We're around the same time, except he's just a day ahead type shit. But then you realize his time is different from my time. You know what I'm saying? And then you get a European cat. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then you get like a guy in Asia. Like, oh, wait a minute, now it's different. Now all that talk about, oh yeah, I only work a couple days a week. That completely goes away because you can be available. I can be available. All my American people 24/7 because it's our 24/7. But when my 24/7 intersects with a person in Europe's 24/7, that no longer becomes my 24/7. Now I literally have to be available at all given points of time. Tack on top of that, like, I'm trying to make these dope clothes for the peeps. Okay, then there goes time right there. So then you realize at no given point in time is your time. I mean, your time's yours, but you've chosen this life. Therefore, your time no longer is just yours. It's ours. And so
Tina actually. Oh, go ahead.
No. So like that's that. So like it makes a ton of sense, man. You've chosen life. I should say, chosen this life. You know what I mean? And I mean, Joe, you were like we talked about before. Like you were there like from Jump Street with me. Like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. People keep hitting me by doing this. I don't really know if I should.
I remember when you came to me at Nationals and you're like, Joey, I'm trying to do it, and I was like, dude, just do it.
2 years.
Like, if you want it,
2 years, I'm like, nah, man. I can't. I don't know if I have.
Sometimes people just need that little nudge. You know, actually, a lot of people tell me that. They're like, Joey, man, like, I'm trying to do what you're doing. Like, how do I do it? And I just be like, hey, man, you got to give it everything and just start now. And it's actually sad thinking about it because there's, like, not many of them that it's hard to break through because, dude, like, I might sit in this chair. Dude, I was telling Ryan, there are literally days where I'll put in 16 hours and just I'm just crushed from just sitting here. But like, you know, typically 6 to 10 hours, something like that. But after that, like the time that I'm spent like answering messages and doing other stuff, dude, it's all the time. And I have the personality and just like I have it in me that I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, but not everyone is like that. So
not everyone is built like that. People are built differently. You know what I mean? And so when you finally get in the trench, you're like, yo, this is way more work than I mean, I've even hit that point. I'm like,
dude,
damn, this is way more work than I thought.
Like people say, nationals, like, so we did great. Like our percentage wise on made attempts was like insane. I gave Tina, 3 girls in the morning of the Arnold, and she's like, I don't know how you do it. Three, dude. I'm telling you, one of the things is I live in Southern California, and we have, I think. We have more meets like between USPA and USAPL. We have more meets than any place that I know of. Maybe the East Coast, maybe New York, something like that.
Acting like Texas.
So
this boy sleeping on us. Okay.
Well, no. Texas is big too, but it's like literally. So we have the 31st. I'm Italian, huh? Fucking A, huh? So we have.
The boy started talking with his hands. He started talking with his hands with the quickness.
I talk with my hands and I put my hands on your shoulder because I need you to feel what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We have a meet. Tina's meet the 31st. She's, I don't know why, she's competing on the 14th, and I have a big 120 doing that too. John's week is 2 weeks later. Sean's competing in New York 2 weeks after that, and then we got Worlds, and it's like I'm just sharper that blade, ching, all day. So.
I have one next week, and I'm like, I should say this weekend or this Sunday, and I'm like, all right, that's what's up. This is like,
and you got to balance it because if you don't, you will get burnt.
Man,
listen, will get burnt.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be the first meet that I'm gonna go to that I'm gonna have more than 3 people going on I believe on the 26th, and if scheduling goes according to plan, that's gonna be on the tail end of I'm hopefully doing a Canadian tour.
I remember.
Joe, I don't even want to talk to you about that. You know what I'm saying? It hurt my heart. Anyways.
I can't do it, man.
I don't even want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, so at the end of this Canadian tour, I come home, I chill for like 24, maybe 25 hours, and then I have like 5 or 6 people going. This is the most I've ever had. Like I have like 3 at a time. I'm straight with that. I can do that. But like I'm like 5, possibly 6, possibly 1 cat. If this dude comes down, I'm gonna have 7 cats, 7 dudes. And here's the part of this sucks. They're all 83s and 93s. Like, nigga, what are you doing?
You're dead. You're fucked.
Wait, where is that meet?
It's that one in Austin. It's like in Leander, I believe, like the Central Texas.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the one, it's like on the 26th. I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. So I mean, but on the real, like, part of me is like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But then I got that little devil on my shoulder, like, oh yeah, let go. I'm excited about that because, like,
in this journey, it's constantly putting a big plate in front of you and be like, "How am I gonna eat this?" And then you just eat it. You just eat it. You just find a way to eat it.
I'm not really tripping on it. I'm just.
You're either gonna eat it or you're gonna fucking
throw up. You'll throw up halfway through. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is,
you have one option.
But the thing is, once one puts themselves in a position like that, it's like you're either gonna get it done or you're gonna fold. And at this point, there ain't no such thing as folding right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I just pass out, I mean, I think I'll be straight. And they're just numbers. I love numbers. You know what I'm saying? And I love these dudes. You know what I mean? And I think they're going to do well. And right now, everyone's just trying to qualify for nationals. And that's the goal. I just want these cats to qualify for nationals. No one's like, I mean, if we meet the PR, we'll PR. But, like, at this point, everyone's subscribed to the idea of qualifying for nationals. Once we get qualified for nationals, then we can talk turkey on moving on to something differently. But like I'm saying, like I'm gonna have a little camp. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a camp at nationals. I mean, I don't want my only worry to be like, oh, I wonder if I'm gonna do well at nationals. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to focus on having a camp of people. Because like once my focus is not on myself and on someone else, I feel like I do so much better. I don't like thinking about myself when I'm doing stuff. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if you do this too, but the type of person that I pick up is really important too. Yeah. Like I try to do as much research on them. Like Russ, I just hit up your friend Ben Collins. Yeah, so I didn't even know. I saw that he was kind of at the same gym, and I was like, I kind of got a good vibe from him. I was like, he's about it. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll find out. We'll see. But I think also, you know, everybody kind of feeds off of each other, and they learn from each other, and they just kind of like putting your team together lets them like learn from, you know, the ones that have been there for a while. So it makes it's like, I know this is gonna sound retarded, but so like let's say I have 3 dogs, right, that I've had for years, and I get one new dog. It might take that dog a little bit to kind of get used to it, but soon, like they're gonna pick up off the other dogs, and they're gonna be potty trained. They're gonna listen. They're gonna do that. So, I mean, and I love dogs. I'm not trying to say people are dogs. I was just thinking about that. I was just like, damn, like whenever we pick up a new dog, you know, they learn from the older ones, and then they just kind of, you know, they go with it. So, you know, yeah, man, for time management, I do have. I wanted to touch on what Russ said about cookie cutters, just because, like, I think there's such a big
misconception.
I don't want to go too in depth about the way that we prescribe stress, but like I do have skeleton. Like I have like, dude, I have so many like just.
You have your own. You have systems. You have your own systems.
And then
that's why flex training systems. You know what I'm saying?
So I got the foundation. Now I just need to like fill in the gaps and like dial it to whatever their goal is, right? And
bro, don't even get. You know what? They don't even deserve to know. You ain't got to explain yourself.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, the proof is in the pudding.
He's not giving each lifter like the problem. There's no way he's giving each lifter a proper amount of time that they need.
And you know what? On the real, this is how I look at it. All those cats out there that have been giving people cookie cutters, that's on them anyway. But like, it's no. At this point, people are gonna say that
my results wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did that, then how would there's no way
at the same time
I'd be sending these dudes to the world.
You out here eating. Let them hate. It don't matter. You listen.
You don't want to get.
We're gonna skip this. We're gonna skip this subject because you don't have to explain yourself to any of these niggas. That's how I feel about it.
I was gonna say
I'm already getting heated over here. I'm getting heated for you. I'm like, really? That's how we doing? You don't like it? Don't follow.
You think we might put up with a cookie cutter?
So let's get on Russ, because like, bro, we just like left Russ. Like, Russ, we'll get to you when we get to you.
I'm chilling, man.
My question to you is this, bro. Like,
with the hot seat now.
Yeah, like just out the gate.
Naruto or Dragon Ball Z? What's it gonna be?
Oh Jesus. Actually, yeah, we're gonna hit you. We're gonna hit you with some questions here in a minute. Both of you's gonna catch this heat in a minute. But yeah, like, we're coming to the tail end of just talking weights, and we're gonna start just talking life in general. But like you know what I mean? I'm trying to say this where it's like as respectful as possible.
No, don't even worry about that.
Nah, I mean, you're a man. You deserve respect out the gate. But my thing is this. You're the new flavor of the month in the 83s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the month.
Hold up, son. Let me finish what I, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, month? Like, you know, I mean.
Honestly, real quick, I'm like low-key protective. Yeah, like, when people come at him, I'm just like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Brett Gibbs the OG, you know what I'm saying? The young gun. Still is a young gun. You know what I mean? And, you know, he got his, whatever. You know. John
Has he ever won, yo? Has he ever won?
Yeah, actually. When old boy got popped. Remember?
So it was kind of like
No. Don't shade him. Don't shade him.
No, he won.
He got his.
No, he won.
His.
But I know that he wants to win it. Like, he wants to just win it. He doesn't want
I understand that. But, hey, at the end of the day, he won it outright. He was going against somebody that won it. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. Then you had John Hack come through. It is Thizzle. Look at I can't stand Joey, bro. I'm about to end his part. I'm editing. Yo, I'm gonna put the Jack in the Box face dude on his face the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're up next. You know what I'm saying? Now, no disrespect to the homie Sean, because I feel like his best lifting is so close. Like, bro, that little dude's gonna be fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell him a lot, man. I message him a lot. It's like, hey, man, your best lifting is ahead of you, bro. Like, Like he just, you know what I'm saying? Joe, I feel like Joe got something for him. He'll get there. But right now, we're talking about you.
He's very, very, very strong. Especially like this last meet, we saw like, oh shit,
bro.
he has it in him.
He's got it in him.
You gotta hit depth. You gotta keep your balance.
Man,
it's like little things. Little things.
He's gonna get there, man. I'm excited.
He's gonna keep Russ honest. Not that Russ needs it, because Russ is hungry.
Russ needs to be honest.
I'm just saying.
You want to say act right.
Every time Russ does something, Sean's like, man.
But the thing is, like, anyone, the way I like to approach things, like, anyone can keep me honest. It's like, if you're out there pushing yourself,
I mean, my thing is this, bro. Like, when Sean gets on, all it's going to do is it's going to make the 83s as competitive as the 93s are. It's just going to add an additional world-class athlete to the 83s. That's all it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Sean knows that he's capable of doing it, and he's had enough, you know what I'm saying, like enough stubbed toes, you know what I'm saying, and enough trip ups. He's like
literally,
yeah,
like literally.
So like I feel like his time is coming, you know what I mean, and he's gonna put up. I think he's got some good numbers coming up, you know what I'm saying. I feel like Russ, you know what I'm saying, you're hitting your stride, you know what I mean, and it's evident, but at the same time, you know what I mean, like. Right now, like, it's just where's your head at as far as like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to ask you like some like, you know, some whatever, you know, Marv Albert shit. Like, I just want to know like in your head, like where are you sitting at mentally in terms of like, all right, I'm the new gun. You know what I'm saying? Like how where are you sitting at right now in your head?
It's like it's funny because I'm a different person at different points of the day. Like when I'm in the gym, I'm like. I'm humble. Like I have to understand. Like I can't be lifting how I want to lift in the future because I'm not there yet. Nah. So it's like when Joey prescribes something at an RPE 7, I gotta make sure I execute RPE 7. It's like, I mean, you have Instagram, of course. You see like Brett, you see John hitting big numbers, and it's like I want to keep up with that, but I have to stay within my own.
You got to stay
with yeah. So there's that aspect of it. But then there's me, like when I'm outside, maybe like no, literally, I just finished up my workout. Like my boys know when I'm inside the gym, I talk my shit. So it's like I'll be popping off. I'll be like, I don't care about saying it, but I'll be like, Brett who? John who? Like John, I'm coming for John. Like I'm competitive in that aspect. Yeah. To where like, I know if I stay on my track, I know I'm gonna be something to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? It's like in terms of competition, like they gotta watch out for me too. Yeah. So it goes here and there, and especially coming off the Arnold, and I have my first IPF Worlds coming up. It's like, all right, like, you know, be on your P's and Q's. I'm focused more on my nutrition and like, you know, making sure I'm like recovering properly, stretching, all that type of stuff going forward. And so I feel like for the Arnold, I just assumed almost like I'm gonna hit these numbers. Like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, take every day as it is.
Man, son.
Yeah, take every day, like win each day. Don't assume nothing.
How humbling was that Arnold experience?
That's why I'm so happy that this Arnold came out the way it did in the end. Yeah. It's like, man, this you get humbled real quick.
Nigga, like, I'm trying to tell you.
That Arnold. Hold up. So when we talked about numbers, I was mildly surprised that I felt like Russ was slightly over ambitious. I remember he sent me that audio back, and he was just like here's the thing. Before he got hurt, I'm fine with that. I don't know if his mind was still thinking about before or after, but he had a little back strain, and we just barely built back up. I'm not, you know, trying to make excuses or nothing. The fact that he did as well as he did, considering, just goes to show how talented he is. But it was very. It was like he just completely wrote off that he got hurt. He was like, I'm throwing up these numbers. Like he wanted to squat 7.
Yeah, I told Joey, I was like, I would love to squat 7. Like I know.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. It's just
nah. This is what it's about. Like this ain't rehearsed. You didn't get no. You didn't get
transparent. You gotta show people like I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And it ended up.
Yeah. So
you and me both.
So to show all the people out there, like even Russ has goals, right? Like everybody has a goal, everybody has a number, and all I'm trying to do is bring that in line with what I truly believe that they have. And there's always going to be a factor of You never know until you get there. And I didn't know how he was going to bounce back. There's a lot of other factors. Like, I could base it off training, but how's his weight cut going to go? Is he going to eat the day before?
Yeah.
Is he going to drink water? Is he going to do this? You know what I'm saying? And then you have like a Mikey situation where he exceeded all of the numbers that I had written down. He was like a little over everything that I put down. So you gotta get there in the moment and see it. But you're right, LS. I'm not glad that he didn't perform how he wanted. I'm glad that he was able to just kind of get, like, he was met with a little adversity, and it kind of brought him down. And I think, it's like a circle, right? It brought him down, and now we're on the way back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a good thing. There's definitely silver lining. There's definitely goods to take away from it.
Right,
you can take, what is it? Like, you don't, it's never an L as long as you learn or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But so he's gonna blow this up, and
but just going back to like the journal, it's just like I want to just speak in Canada. I want to take people's necks. Like, I just want to.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah. Like, I know what it like. I'm not here for like. I get, okay, so I'm able to embrace the whole buddy, like, you know what I'm saying? We lift and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, there's another side. It's like, nah, like, I want you to.
You on the other side of that field?
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm coming here to.
I ain't coming here to make friends. You know what I mean? Like, we can be friends. We can be friends before the 9 attempts and after the 9 attempts.
Yeah,
but between them shits, bro, I got no love for a person on the platform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's God's honest truth. You know what I mean? Like I love the weights, and that's it. That's the only, you know what I'm saying? And I have love for my spotters. Aside from that,
this goes to like an IG rant that I had on Instagram. It was like, I get where people come from when they do this type of stuff, but it's like there's a certain sector of lifters that will act like powerlifting isn't that important to them. They'll be like, oh, so it's like, oh, man, it's just lifting weights. Like, stop acting like it's such a big deal. I'm like, yo, go look at your bank account. How much money do you put into powerlifting? Look at your knee sleeves. That's not cheap. Look at the time you spend inside the gym. You spend 3-4 hours in the gym, and you're gonna run and tell me that's not important to you.
Yeah, man.
So it's like, I think people, I don't know, for some reason that bothers me. It's like, I embrace how important powerlifting is to me. So like, whenever I'm on that platform, I take it seriously. Like,
for sure.
I'm trying to be the number one.
If you don't want it to be something serious, then you can go ahead and lift your little weights and have your little 5 for 9 meets.
Joey over here yelling like he's DJ Khaled right now. Joey over doing that DJ Khaled. But I'm saying, like, me and Doris, we were talking about the other day. I'm like, yeah, man, like, I mean, for me, it's just weights. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's not my life, but it's a major part of my life. That's a fun part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's my life.
If it were to stop right now, hell yeah, I'd be sad. There's other things I can do. You know what I mean? Like, but I've chosen this to be a part of my life, and it's such an important part of my life. You know what I mean? We have chosen this to be such an important part of our lives. But I feel like, any man's capable of doing other things, but we've chosen to throw all our eggs into this basket right now, which is dope because we're eating from it, like literally eating from it, and having a good time from it. You know what I mean? Like, you're you can drum up following, and you can drum up sponsorships and drum up a little check from here and there. Like, it's cool what you can do with it as the popularity grows. But at the end of the day, the cool thing about this sport, the cool thing about this hobby, the cool thing about this lifestyle is if your numbers don't speak to the work that you've put in, at some point, you're just going to be just another person. You know what I mean? Now, there's hella people out there that lift, you know what I'm saying? They lift hard. They lift well. You know what I mean? But then when it comes time for the platform to show up, it's hard for any person to catch the respect that they really want unless they're battle tested. You know what I'm saying? And all those cats that catch the respect, I mean, not even mention even the coaches. You know what I mean? They've all been battle tested in some form or fashion. You're gonna be far. It's hard for not necessarily to gain respect from people, but it's hard for people to really take you at your word, as a coach or as a lifter if you're not battle tested. You're like, oh, well, I'm putting up world records. Well, yeah, you're doing that in the gym, I do, but have you done that on a platform? Well, you know, well, I'm programming for hella people. Oh, that's dope. But have you ever, you know, do you even know what it's like to be on a platform and you know, the strain that one goes through mentally and physically to get that done? You know what I mean? Like all those people that I mentioned before, you know, when I was referring to Joe in his climb, you know, into like the upper echelon of programmers and coaches, all of which have they're battle tested. From Matt Gary to Bryce and to Mike T to all those cats, they're all battle tested. You know what I'm saying? And when I refer to you, Russ, like I mean, you know, you might be the new flavor of the '83 class, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Now your body of work is starting to speak of you being a battle tested athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not just like that story like, oh, he played football, blah blah blah. I think that's half of our story. All right, cool. But now you have a body of work. You know what I'm saying? And while you might have a short track, you've been through enough adversity within that track. You're like, all right, cool. Well, you know, I mean, we can refer back to the Arnold of 2018. Like, you know what, that wasn't his best, but you saw how he did with the squats when he came back. You know what I mean? You saw what he did. I mean, because again, it's a what have you done for me lately type sport society, for that matter, that we live in. So we're starting to see your body of work is starting to build piece by piece by piece, meet by meet, attempt by attempt. You know, program by program, block by block, brick by brick. You're building that. So I can refer to a John Hack who's very battle tested. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and he's hated on and you know, and infamized and all that stuff. You know, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? I can refer to a Brett Gibbs. He's hella battle tested. You know what I'm saying? And whether he's won it, you know what I'm saying, like straight up, or if he's won it because somebody, you know, got popped or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like the cat's battle tested. And I can refer to Sean. Sean's hella battle tested. You know what I'm saying? And he's you know, some people have to take the road, you know, that long road, and I feel like Sean is taking that middle road. Like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get there. When he gets there, it's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? I feel like the '82 class is gonna be that class. Like, oh, any one of these cats can win. You know what I mean? That's if say that you don't end up just blowing shit up. Like at this point, your ceiling, there is no ceiling for you. You know what I'm saying? For most athletes, there's no ceiling. It's usually a mental thing. You know what I mean? Like genetics is one thing, programming is another thing, but where you're at mentally, how you can really get it cracking, like honestly, I feel like that's most people's limit. You know what I mean? I don't know that there's a limit for you right now, and I feel like Joe's got enough. He's got enough along his track record. He's dealt with enough people that I feel like you're gonna do numbers that people never thought a person under 185 pounds could do.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it like after, you know, we had established like the plan and going in. I didn't want to say it. Actually, no, it was after I sent Russ this last vlog. But I'll just say it now since we're here. I wanted to be like, let's not think on it too much, but we have a chance to do something that has never, ever been done before. Ever. You're going to die one day and you're going to look back and say, I did that. So, you know, and then real quick, going back to what you said about people putting out programs but not being there, Meg was at the meet, and I went up to Meg and I said, you know, it means a lot to me as, I guess you could say, her peer, right? To see you here with your lifter, and not just, because she does the whole social media thing, and, you know, she's doing so many different things, and there's a lot of people that do that, but they're not really, like, they put stuff out, but they're not really there. You know what I mean? You're right. They don't know what it's like to lift. She even as a woman, she knows what it's like to go through the stress of having to make weight, to having to compete, to deal with this, to deal with that. So it meant a lot to me to see Meg there in the fucking trenches, in the meet with her person. You know, like Mike T. I mean, he wasn't there this time, but he's got a family. He's probably doing, you know, some business shit. Mike T's usually there.
Always.
Yeah,
Mike T's always on his gritty, dude. Always on his gritty.
Bryce was there. Matt Gary, no doubt. I was fucking, like, Friday I didn't see Matt Gary. I was like, what?
Restroom real quick. Y'all.
Go ahead. Yeah, so, like, Matt Gary's always there. Always there. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. You're there. I know that I can see LS is going to be there, you know. Shout out to Ryan for being there. Like, those are the you got to be there. You got to be in there with the people.
You got to be present. And while it's cool, I feel like it's so dope that we're able to go to Arnold and see our peeps. You know what I mean? And I feel like this year, I can't say this year, but I can say the span of 2017 and 2018 so far, we've seen each other so much more than we have in the past. I think more so now than we ever have. I feel like we found our group. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have our group of people, And so like, oh, you gonna be in Anaheim? Cool. You gonna be there? Sure, I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be in LA? I mean, I wasn't really planning on it. Y'all gonna be there? Cool, I'll be there. Like, I feel like we found our group of people, and now it's just like, all right, cool. These are my peeps. No new friends. I'm good with these people that I have. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Like, that's just how I feel. You know how I am about like, oh, I don't know, I don't really know you. Joe, you know him? He's your dude? All right, cool. I'm gonna give you a shot because Joe knows you. But I'm not just like, I just don't welcome people in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ill like that. You know what I mean? Like, man,
like, I have that. I've been in the whole social media stuff or whatever, like, you know, like YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. I fuck with the powerlifting community. Those are the ones I really fuck with. Like,
you got a choice, Russ. We ain't got no choice. We ain't got 100,
no,
50,
but it's like
160K, bro. We don't know that life, you know.
I don't think you realize how thorough the powerlifting community is, man. The bodybuilding community, the YouTube ones, like the people in it, I'm just like,
it's a bit fishy.
Bro, like y'all.
I feel like they don't have the same like kind of camaraderie.
Nah, because they don't go through what we go through. Let's be 100.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's just like it's more about like they don't. It's more about like what can we. I don't know. It's more their life circles more around like drinking and like going out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm more like you know, hey, let's lift and let's go maybe eat some good food or like go bowling or like you know, some fun activity, something that's
go
like
watch some movies.
Yeah, go watch some movies.
Speaking of which, I can't. Man, hold on. Let me go mark that because we gonna get to that in a minute. Bro, y'all are gonna die here in a minute. But yeah, man. Okay, so we knocked out the 83 stuff, man. I feel like. Honestly, I feel like you can definitely change the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it at that because Joe's gonna be, you know, Joe get, man. Joe want to pop off every now and then. Joe fuck around, pull a DJ Khaled on accident. You know what I'm saying? So I literally have to monitor what. Like I'm like, man, I feel like I trigger him sometimes on the real. I'm like, I'm about to trigger Joe. Like me,
just say it. No,
what's the next one? But yeah, man,
I'm a man though, so we could talk through it if it's a problem.
Man,
you know what I mean?
I'm about to trigger Joe on the cool, man, and Joe gonna end up like, this is what we actually doing. While you think I got cookie cutter, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling it right now. I'm swinging for the fence, letting you know right now. We going 725. Who got it? Like Joe. Joe. Sometimes you like that Italian. Will
I'm a little protective.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a little protective.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell he's Italian right there. Like Joe. Dude, Joe will start rocking his head like, oh, he's about to say something. Like, all right, let's go on to the next subject. But yeah, man, like I'm excited to see what you do. Number one, number two, I really, your attitude is just different. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a people just fuck with you real heavy. You know what I mean? Like you have a dope attitude. And here lately, I've noticed we're about to go in now. Here lately, I've noticed that you're the dude that the dudes want to kick it with, but also the dude the girls want to get with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, she'll remain anonymous, man, but one of my homegirls, and she literally is an IG homegirl. Yeah. Like, she legit, anytime you post something, I'll get a DM picture of it like, oh my God, your friend is so fine. Oh my God. One of my ex-cheerleaders, this cat posts something and I think I wrote something on your IG or whatever. She's like, oh my God, you know Russ? Oh my God. And now every time he posts something, she'll say, Coach, you gotta hook me up with him. Coach, you gotta hook me up with him. I'm like, man, listen, bro. Like, and then that's just two examples just from the females. With the dudes like, that's your bro. Like, y'all don't live that far away. Hey man, could you see if he would give me a shout out? I'm like, nigga, who are you? Like, how you be thirsty for? Bro, like, it literally, it's hilarious, man. But like, just in my experience, just as like a person, like I've gotten to know you a little bit better since since Nick's joint, and like just in the time that I've gotten to know him, you know what I mean? Like that's one of the things I noticed. Like you're the dude that guys want to kick it with and one the girls want to get with. Like, bro, what is that like? Like, that is, I got to know, because I'm looking at him like, here this nigga go, look, we got his shirt off again. Look at him. Got his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, don't get me wrong. On the low, I be trying to soft drop. I'm like, bro, if I look like that, I probably do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not I don't look the part of the superhero. I'll lift the weight, but I can't look the part. I can play the part, but I can't look the part. Like, man, tell me, like,
you know what's crazy though, man? It's like, I don't care about, if I cared about aesthetics and all that stuff, I'd be doing bodybuilding. Like, I'm a performance athlete at the end of the day. So, I care about lifting heavy, and like I'm able to maintain looking, somewhat lean to a certain extent, pretty well while I'm doing powerlifting. So it's like I could do that, and it's funny because, like, I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I'm not the type of dude that's like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just finesse old girl here, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't grow up like that. Yeah. Like, I had a girlfriend for 6 years during high school until like midway through college. So it's like I've never been that type of person. Huh?
What happened?
Guys, a lot of different stuff, but essentially like we kind of grew apart. Okay. I started getting more social media and like trying to do that, and she was more focused on like, I don't even know how to put it, but she just felt like I was giving a lot of time to new people versus giving her time, so it like kind of fell apart.
So you don't have a girl? You got a girl? You don't got a girl? You got a girl? You don't got a girl? You don't got a girl? You know what I'm saying?
He's married to the weight.
You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend's name's her name. You might not. Her name's Aliko. You know what I'm saying? We've been hanging out for a couple years. That's my girl. Her name's Aliko.
Like, I'm just gonna speak candidly, man. Like, when it first started popping off and stuff like that, like social media has made it so easy to just like hit people up and stuff like that.
True.
I had that little couple month run where I was like, talking to girls and doing all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just like now that I've gotten that out of my system, it's like
time to focus.
I'm trying to find. I'm not trying to find someone, but I'm more into how can this person contribute, whether it's a dude or a female, not like that type of thing, but it's like, inviting this person into my life, like how can we grow together and how can we make each other better? So it's like, I get what people are talking about, but it's like when you get into that and like you do it for a little bit, it's like, it's not what it is. It's like, it's super weird to have someone.
I feel like it's like a lot of it's just a part of the glow up, man. Like you glow up like that, you know what I mean? Like people they splash into your DMs, they come into your life, you know what I mean? And my mom always cracks up on me a lot. She goes, "Oh, got all these little hussies probably DM you all this stuff." Like, nah, mama, it's not even really like that. What it is, I feel like as just as a person, period. Like when you hit because I can't even imagine like what like the stuff that maybe Meg goes through or like Liana would go through, or you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, or like I couldn't even imagine like being a bad female and like having these cats just, bro, dudes send me stuff. I'm like, hold up, bro, like.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not the only.
Happens more often than you. Oh my God.
Okay. I got to know, what is one of the most awkward things you've gotten from a guy?
So so from guys, like I get a lot of like, yo man, like you have a great physique. I'm like, yeah, my goal physique, whatever. So I answered this one guy. I was like, yo, I appreciate it, man. He's like, yo, man, you have an awesome physique. It looks great. I was like, oh, appreciate that, dog. Really appreciate it. And he's like, nah, like, he goes, nah, for real, man. You have a great physique, man. Like, it's really dope. I'm like, yo, man, like, thank you for the love. And he's like, yo, man, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to come off mad disrespectful, but you sexy as fuck. I was like,
nah, we're done. Get him out.
Well, that one went south quick.
And I was like, damn, like, I honestly, genuinely did not know how to respond to it. I was like, appreciate it. Like, I was like, appreciate it. And I just like kind of like let that. I was just like, I don't know. It was super awkward for me.
It's like how do you respond? You don't really know how to respond to something like that.
I didn't know how to respond to that.
Joe, what about you? Let me
tell you. So, well, one, I used to be the way I got my name JOEYFLEXX was years ago. I was very lean and definitely, the dudes like to show you appreciation for for your body fat percentage. But I used to bounce, right?
Right.
I used to bounce, and I was like a bouncer / doorman, wearing really tight clothes, and all that stuff. And you get a little pump before you go in. You want to look good, you know what I'm saying? And then we're in Hollywood, right? We're in Hollywood, so Hollywood is like the capital for that kind of activity. And my bar manager used to come up to me and be like, "Hey man, like this dude over here, he dropped like $1,200. Like he said he wants you to come over and say hi. Like that's all you got to do." And I'm just like, "What? Like come on." I'll never forget this story. I come over and he's eating these little pigs in a blanket. These little pigs in a blanket, and he's like, "Can you feed me one?" And I'm just like, "Oh no, man, I'm sorry. Like I can't touch your food." And he's like, "Oh, can I feed you one?" And I was like, "No." And he saw that I was uncomfortable, and I think that he like got something out of it, and he was like, you know, he like puts his hand on your arm. He's like, "Hey, you did great. Hey, I'll see you later." And then I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? So like, I can only imagine if that's how I felt. What does a girl feel like?
Yes.
I would imagine that they become numb. I would imagine that they become numb to it. Like they just don't even, you know, like.
Fixing my Snapchat and like, I remember the first time I got one, I shut down for the day. I was like,
bro, at this point, I don't even like. I give up. I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you straight up, man to man. I give up on Snapchat. Like if I can go a day without getting a dick pic on Snapchat, I think it's a W for me for the day. Like, I mean, baby, I didn't get a dick pic today. Like,
dudes be thinking it's funny. Like, it just be like, dudes just thinks it's funny. It's like, oh, ha ha ha, you opened up my dick pic, ha ha. It's like, what? Is, like, how funny, man.
And the thing is, I know for a fact, there's no way that was his first time sending a dick pic. You know what I mean? That's why they're like, you know. I know how people are in terms of taking a selfie. Like, no, I don't like this angle. I don't like this angle. I'm gonna try to this nigga probably know like 6 or 7 different variations of that dick, and then he sends it to you like, oh, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna shut him down. Like, I can like sometimes I laugh. Sometimes I'm like, bro, if I could just headbutt this cat. You know what I mean? And then other times I'm like, I recognize this name. I'm not opening that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like cats ask about, you know, could you wear your sweaty singlet and send it to me? I'll pay you. Like, oh, you get all kind of stuff, man. And Joe's right. Like, I think like, bro, I can only imagine what these girls.
And like, yeah.
Like, I don't even. So yeah, I don't even. Ugh. All right, next subject. I don't even, that was like that made my skin crawl. Okay. Now the thing that people don't really know, and you know, me and Joe, we talked a little bit about it before, but like just like your background, man. Like I mean, like where you're from, you know what I'm saying, like all that good stuff, like where you're from, your athletic background. Give me that, like you know what I'm saying, about 4 or 5 minutes. Go.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start with my parents. So like I'm fully Nigerian. Both my parents from Nigeria. They came here off of a student visa. My dad did, and he was able to. He married my mom, brought her here. So I'm full on Nigerian. Like when I was young, like I've always been into like working out and like what the physical body can do. I was always interested in that. I started lifting weights because I started like doing physical activity because I watched Dragon Ball Z. I started watching Dragon Ball, eventually graduated Dragon Ball Z, but it's like, you know, it show Goku, like they show Goku's training regimen and all that stuff. I'm just like, oh, so like I do push-ups and sit-ups in order to like punch stronger or like run faster or something like that. So I would wake up super early in the morning. Like I wake up before like school. This was like 3rd, 4th grade. I wake up before school and go jog around the track and then like do like, you know, pull-ups, push-ups, upside down push-ups, all that kind of stuff. Run back home. My mom would have pancakes ready for me. I'd eat pancakes, shower, and then go to school. So like I've always been someone that's very, very like hardworking when it comes to like physicality and like the human body. So this was all in San Antonio. Then I eventually moved to Houston, and you know I was into basketball. But when I moved to Houston, everyone's like, "Nah, bro, we play football around here." Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, word. So I picked up football, and you know how Texas boys is, man. They start you early in the weight room. So like, yeah, I was like 7th grade. Yeah, I was in 7th grade doing squats, bench, deadlift, incline, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, man. So. Yeah, I took it to the next level though. I would stay after school and go to the high school. Yeah, like junior high was like right next to the high school. Yeah, so I walk over to the high school, and it would be like the varsity players, and they're like, what, why are you here? I'm like, oh, I'm just here to lift weights and get bigger and get stronger. And they took me under their wing and told me like, you know, do this, do that, do that. And I remember coming up, it's like if you fail to lift, you just let it sit on you. They'll let it sit on you so you think about it, blah blah blah. And so I went to high school to play football there. I was always like the dude that stayed after school to like weights. And I was like the weight room leader, you know, team captain, all that kind of stuff. So after that, walked on to Texas Tech, and like literally, they're in the process of giving me a scholarship. And I've been telling my boy and like my mom the whole time when I was trying out for the team, I was like, I really don't think football's for me anymore. Like, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, man, we're thinking about giving you a scholarship, you and this other player. Are you interested? And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be honest with you, give it to someone else. I don't feel like I want to play football anymore. I remember getting anxiety for going to practice versus having like, oh, this is just another opportunity to prove myself. Instead of it was like anxiety. I was like, man, like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I don't want to get a hit. Like, I don't feel like seeing so-and-so. Like, I got beat. I just hit so-and-so last practice. He's going to try and give me back this one. And I don't know. I just remember distinctly thinking, man, I have to go to practice. I'm not going to be able to lift weights today. And I was like, why am I letting this get in the way of that?
Yeah.
I just take away this and I can focus 100% of my energy into this. So it turned into that. And then I started lifting weights and posting on social media and all that kind of stuff. So.
Now, literally, now look at him now.
Yeah, now we're here.
literally, like, I mean, I didn't get no scholarship like that, but I remember I would get out of class.
No, Joe, go from the beginning. Give me from the beginning.
Oh shit.
Joe trying to skip, bro.
So when I was young, I was the fat funny kid. I had a lot of you know, just I mean, I think it was because I grew up like with just my mom, so I had a lot of like I played sports, but I had a lot of female friends, and I didn't really see them. I was young, so we're talking 12, 13, right? And I didn't really see them. I just saw them as like, you know, girls I was in class with. And then all of a sudden, when I got into like 6th or 7th grade, I started playing basketball, and that's how I lost like most of my weight. And my stepdad was a personal trainer. So he would have me do little weights here and there, but it was more just like, it was hard for me, but it was not squat, bench, deadlift.
Right.
We did start benching when I started playing basketball, but I lost hella weight, and then I started to like develop, and then I started to like, my main thing like when I was younger to get in shape was like, I realized what girls were, and I was like, oh shit, I want that. So I started, dude, it's so crazy listening to Russ say it, because I used to wake up in 8th grade, and I would run around, 2 blocks. So I would run 2 blocks down, 1 over, 2 blocks up and back, and I would just do that for like 20, 25 minutes. And I was like, I don't know if you guys remember T Nation. I used to read everything that I could on T Nation to try to learn as much as I could about like diet and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I got into high school, that's when I started playing football, and my body changed so quick when I started lifting heavier. Yeah. I remember noticing that I had a tricep. I just remember noticing I was lean. I was super lean. I was a receiver at first.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was a receiver at first.
Joe said he had goals, huh?
Nah. And then my coach, he saw me in pads, and he was like, Joey, like, your legs are big. Like, we're going to move you to LB and fullback. And I was just like, all right. So then that's what I did. But you know, football really showed me the weights. Like, it introduced me to lifting heavy. We literally did, it was like, we did squat, bench, and then deadlift, and then overhead press, and then on the last day we would do cleans or snatches or some shit like that. And everything was like 5 of 15, 5 of 10, 5 of 5, and it was, if you couldn't lift the weight, then your spotter would do it with you. Like it was so like brute force. Like you would just you have to lift the set weight. Everybody has to do it, and if you can't, your spotter has to help you. It was hot. We had an outside weight room. My coach was old school, and he was really, really hard, and I'm glad that he was like that, because it gave me, like, it taught me, he fucking punched us in the mouth, man. He fucked us up with fucking OTs and shit. If you were late, everybody's running. If you did this, everybody's running.
Yeah,
I remember, oh my God, he would run a play, and if it wasn't perfect, he would fucking take his glasses off, and we knew we were dead, and he'd be like, run it again. Fucking run it again. And he would throw his clipboard. He had a tan line of the glasses on his face. And with the little straw hat. And so football really showed me the weights, and it was more, we only had 32 guys on the team. We started with 86. Everybody got cut, or they quit. We didn't really cut people. They just quit. You know, if you didn't fit in, you quit. And I realized like everybody was there because like I'm not about to bitch out. If he don't bitch out, I'm not bitching out. You know, you don't want to quit because your boys are going through it too. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be friends with the basketball players, and then I became friends with the football players, and it was like it's like that's how you grow as a man, dude. Just being around that, you understand the hierarchy. There's the seniors, there's the middle, and that. And then I eventually became a captain. I remember we got rid of all the captains because coach was unhappy with us, and he made 2 captains. It was me and our DN. The defense held it down. You know what I mean? So and then we slowly got more captains.
Right.
We slowly got more captains, and it was like football. Like I'm so thankful for that part of my life. It taught me the weights. Right. It showed me that stuff. And then by the end of it, like when I was done, I was like super into like staying in shape. I remember going to house parties. I don't remember if you guys did that, but we used to go to house parties, and I would be like, oh shit, it's 11:30. I gotta go to my trunk and pull out my chicken breast because I don't want to lose these games. That's how dumb I was. That's how fucking bro I was. And I remember I remember sitting. I was on a date with this girl, and she goes, I can't. And I'm like, what? And she's like, you're literally eating your salad with mustard because you don't want to get fat. You make me feel like a pig. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, that's how crazy I was with it. That's how fucking crazy I was. And then I became fanatic. Then I fucking became I worked the front desk at Beverly Hills Health and Fitness, and then I slowly started training people from that. And then, I remember sitting when YouTube like kind of first came out, maybe 2 years into it. I remember watching like old football plays and like looking at linebackers, and I'm just like, fuck, man, like I don't want to be 30 and look back and be like, what if I would have just given everything? So then I started, I went to Pierce College, community college, which is right across the street from Zoo Culture, which is hilarious. And, I got in there. A couple of my guys from high school were there. But that's when I really, like, we had guys from Jersey. We had guys from Florida. We had guys from Georgia. And it was like, I was like, there's only like 3 white dudes on this team. This is like high school again. Right? It was crazy, man. It was, I became friends with those dudes. And they were just so... I'm so glad that I went through that, and I'm happy that I grew up where I grew up because it just taught me to. And my mom is like, she's tan. She's not like white. She's like mixed with like a lot of different things. Like she's Italian, but her mom's Panamanian, and she's dark. And they used to call her like she's from Arizona. They used to call her racist shit all the time because they're just stupid. So I just always like, it's like I don't know why I'm even bringing it up, but it's just like you're around so many different people. You always see everyone as like, we're all dying together. We're all going through this practice together. Right. You know what I mean? And it builds camaraderie. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're from where, here. And it's so crazy because later in life I got into this, and I have people from all over, and it's just, world, but I realized, and going back to what Russ said, I realized that I didn't love football. I enjoyed lifting. I really, really enjoyed lifting. And when you said, damn, if I practice, I'm not going to be able to lift, that was exactly the thought that I had. It was like, I'm going to bench like shit today because we have to do all this shit, Or what I hated, and I was the only one that still did this, when season started, we didn't lift, really. Our lifting was like kind of half-assed. It was like so bullshit. Like in season, I kept lifting. I kept lifting. Like I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose that. So I used to lift these gains, son. Yeah, man. So... football will really ask you, are you really, like, do you really want to play football? Because you're going to get so much football. Dude, our fucking defensive coordinator, he was with us, and then he went to Berkeley to coach. Yeah. He used to play for the Cowboys. His book for just the defense was like that thick. I was just like, man, I got to do that. It's like, it's so much. Like, football's going to take so much from you. Oh, yeah. And you might not get... out of it what you want. And I think I had so many of those guys that I bled with, I fucking went through hell with. And, a couple of them are doing well, but a lot of them, like, I don't know. I just feel like I was able to use football to kind of like, as a platform to kind of bounce off of, to kind of like propel my fucking life. Because after that, I got 4 jobs. I got my own place. I was just doing everything that I could. And it was like, once your work is this much, like in football, and you don't do that, now you can handle this much of life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can handle all of that shit that you go through. You can handle so much shit, dude. So that's kind of how I got into the weights. And then I liked lifting for strength, and I had a mentor, I guess you could say, when I was 18, who was a very charismatic guy from Canada with a really good formal education, who kind of showed me. He taught me about meal timings and like all these different things. He showed me how to lift properly, and I kind of just like ran with that, and then I remember when Instagram came out, I thought it was stupid and I didn't want to get one.
Same.
And this is like 2012, and then I wanted to originally, you know, get into bodybuilding, and we were actually like starting to diet, but my coach at the time, shout out to Tyler Mayer, dude. I don't even like he's in Arizona. I need to check in and see what he's doing these days, but he was like, dude, you're really strong, like on bench. You should do a meet. And I was like, all right. And then I did a meet, and I was like, this is way more fun. Like, this is way more fun than bodybuilding. Bodybuilding's trash. And then I started going through it. And it helped me. And like powerlifting really taught me. I was dealing with a lot of injuries from football at this time. Those that have followed me from the very, very beginning knew how bad my back was and my knee and all that shit. But powerlifting showed me that I could get really strong. And if I made my body stronger, I wouldn't get hurt. And even though, I don't know if you guys have ever had a doctor tell you, like, Russ, you tore your ACL, which is a crazy, crazy thing to come back from. I had a doctor tell me with Tina, this was years ago, like literally right after I got with Tina, we went to the doctor and they're like, oh, your back is done. You have no L5-S1. If you continue, you're going to have to get surgery, and you can never lift again. You need to only do light cardio and core work. And as a young, as I'm 22 years old, like just turned 23, and I'm hearing this, I'm like, all right. I didn't take no for an answer. I kept finding, you know, I paid out of pocket to go to, like, I found the best doctor, this Asian dude who does research on, like, stem cells and shit.
Yeah.
And he literally told me, like, you could live through it. Like, it's going to hurt. Like, I'm looking at your MRI. Like, it's going to hurt you a little to do it. But honestly, like, structurally, you could live through it. So I did, and I ran with that, and I'm in the best. Like, I still have little things here and there, but I'm powerlifting literally, like, it gave me everything. It's like, I'm gonna relate to Jiren right now when Jiren says, like strength will give you everything. Like, strength will, like winning and strength will give you everything that you want. And it's literally, it's healed my body. It's gave me relationships that I care about. It's gave me purpose. It's gave me, you know, financial security. It's literally one of the few things in life that I found that I can give my 100% to, and will give me back, you know, everything that I need. So I'm very thankful that I went through the path. Like, you always look back and say, fuck, I wish I wouldn't have done that, or I wish I wouldn't have done that. But I'm thankful that I went through the hiccups that I went through, because I don't think I would have been here had I gone through all that shit. And I fucking went through some shit, man. So, I mean, I'm sure we all have.
Hey, listen, I'm just... Listen, tell your story,
I'm leaving
man.
out shit. It's just yeah, man. And powerlifting is such a small. It's like a less severe, like, version of life. It's like you go through, you start training, and you go through a little bit of adversity, right? Your strength goes down a little because you're beat to shit, and then mentally you start fucking with you. Yeah. But then when that fatigue goes down, then you end up here again. It's like, oh shit, I overcame all that. I'm up here now. Look, I'm okay. And then you do it enough time, and then in life you go through the same shit. It just makes
it's a definite parallelism for real. Was okay. This is so
fucking life story.
I'm saying, like, I asked for it. You know what I mean? That's people want to hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no formality to this at all. You know how I get down, but I'm not gonna give you a structured question at all. Like this one, nigga. What's with the pancakes?
Pancakes. You know, it's like when I mentioned, like, how I used to run in the mornings, I come home with pancakes. Yeah. It's just like it's like a constant. For some reason, it's like I hold on to that.
Let me use the restroom real quick. Be right back.
Yeah, it's like if I hold on to that fact that, like, I've been doing this since I was like 8, 9 years old, and it symbolizes the fact that, like, I'm about to work out. I just finished up grinding something, so I got to eat a pancake. Yeah. So it's like whenever I used to run in the mornings, like in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, my mom come home and make me pancakes. It's like I had that every single day. Like, you could ask my mom, like, what's Russell's favorite breakfast meal? She's going to say pancakes with eggs. Like, it was weird. She's like, I don't know how you can just eat the same thing every single day, but it's like it just forms a consistent pattern for me. Yeah. That reminds me to, like, hey, yo, man, it's about that time.
Yeah. I mean, and that's your thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone has their thing. You know what I mean? And if pancakes is your thing, shit is your thing. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't. I feel like one of it is discipline. I feel like that's a part of that's become a part of your discipline in terms of, like, you know, this is my indicator that it's go time or that I've just done whatever I need to do. It's a part of your system. You know, not everyone has, in my opinion, not everyone has a system, nor do they have the discipline. Not necessarily to eat the same thing over, but just to have a set pattern that they feel can help them acquire whatever success that they're trying to acquire. You know what I'm saying? If yours is, you know what, I want to get the proper nutrition. I want to make sure that I have my same system every single time so that my day, you know, is productive, then so be it. Pancake might be that. You know what I mean? For some people, like me, bro, I love French toast. So I'm like, this boy talking about pancakes. What's this French toast? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Everyone has their thing. You know, when I was wondering, like, man, why is this dude on these pancakes like that? But then when you were telling me the story, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because like on the real, it's like a little piece of home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like it's a bit of your origin. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, if you really like dig into it, it's almost like every superhero has their thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being funny. I'm being real right now. Every superhero has their thing. Every character like that you can think of, they have their weakness or they have their strong point. Popeye has his spinach. Superman has his you know what I'm saying? Like Superman has his freaking kryptonite or whatever. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, that's what's up. Well, if your thing is pancake, cool. Your thing is pancakes. You know what I mean? But like I had always wondered, like, man, this dude is on them pancakes, man. Like,
it's like literally like when I tell people that, like I'm like, why do I like pancakes so much? And I realized I was like, damn, I've been eating this thing since like whenever I first started grinding. I'm like, hey mom, because since I'm Nigerian, she used to cook us it's fried yam with eggs, and I'm like, mom, I don't think this is healthy. It's okay if I move over to pancakes. She's like, okay. And so literally I just eat pancakes, and just like once again, it just became like a kind of like a comfort thing. It's like I need like a pancake in order to symbolize that this day is going to be straight, or like I just finished up something dope. So
that's what's up, man. I rock with that. Joe, what's your favorite food? You have a favorite food?
I eat cereal like every day, man.
So it don't even matter. It's only cereal.
I eat cereal. What happened? Favorite
so
time?
You don't have a favorite cereal? It's just cereal.
I go through phases. I would say Cinnamon Toast Crunch has definitely got to be up there, and then I'll go like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, the shredded wheat.
Bruh, tell me you had that cinnamon toast shredded wheat. Have you had that one yet?
Cinnamon toast for shredded wheat? No, I haven't tried it yet.
Dude, when I did that YouTube review of all the cereal and whatever on National Cereal Day, people suggested, I'm like, what is this? And I looked at, I'm like, yo, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored shredded wheat. Fire.
Man, I don't know. I look forward to, maybe Russ feels this way about pancakes, but when I wake up, I'm like, I'm about to pour me a bowl of cereal. And for me, I always got to have a sweet with a salty thing. So, I do like microwavable, these little burritos that I always have. I'm on them shits. I'll have those in the morning. I'll have like thin crust pizza all the time. I eat pizza for breakfast like very frequently. It's thin crust. You could eat the whole thing. It's only like 900 calories. So, but yeah, man, I'm very simple. When Tina makes a steak, it's like, bro, like
made that. She took a picture of something she made. It was like big ass steaks.
What is Tina doing?
Yeah, it was steak. Yeah, it was a sirloin. Dude, honestly, Tina treats me like a king, man. Like she compliments how I am perfectly, because like I will never cook. Like it's so hard for me to cook. I'd rather just buy something easy or whatever. So she does all that stuff. So shout out to Tina for that. Like she gave me buffalo one night. I was just like, what did I do to deserve this?
Right? Yeah, Tina be. I'm like, how is she so little? Like,
but see, she's from. See, girls these days, I don't know if they're like that. Tina, she's older, so she's like from that last generation. You know what I'm saying? Where they actually cook and shit. Like my brother's girl, she don't do none of that. She just rather take them out. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna.
Girls my mom will cook me for me to this day, because like she's from that like, no, you have to make sure that there's something ready for the men of the household or something like that. I'm like, mom, don't worry about it. Like I can cook my own food. It's all good now. But sometimes like she made like, man, she made like stuffed chicken with like mashed potatoes.
You eat good, man. You post your food and I'm like, this is a complete meal.
So much good food, but I'm just like, I don't know why I tell her not to worry about it. Just because, like, when she comes home from work, I don't want her to just, like, be cooking.
Yeah.
You start feeling bad.
They like
moms,
it. I feel like women, she wants to feed her son. Like, my mom's the same way. Like, I know.
Bro,
Tina, I feel like she likes doing that. Like, it's she likes folded clothes. Like, she'll be like, I just want to fold these clothes right now.
Bro, I need you. My mom's don't. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be 100. My mom's like, nigga, make your own stuff now. Yo, I wish I was joking right. Like, I'm telling you right now. Shout out to Jan McClain, mom. I love you so much, but she's, bro. My dad, on the other hand, daddy, he'll cook all day. Like, what you need, baby? You know, it's like, yeah, pops. Like, let me get a little. Yeah, I got you. My mom, on the other hand, nah. Like, no, you can go make your own food. Like, really, mama? Like, I just got like, if I like. I live like 8 hours away from the crib. If I go home right now, I sit down and, man, I'm hungry. Like, you better get in the kitchen and make something. Like, what? Are you serious? Whereas my dad will get up, what do you want, baby? I'll make, like, it's just, you know, my pops is like the king of steaks, so he'll make a steak in a heartbeat, you know what I mean? But like, Mom Dukes, nah, she's not having that. Like, she's like, I did it for you for 18 years. Like, you got it. You know what I mean? And here's the crazy thing.
So
she didn't do that. She didn't even do that when we were coming up. Like, me and my sister had to cook. Like real talk, like once we got like 14, 15, we cooked. You know what I mean? Like my parents, like me, because my parents work, so everyone has to pull their weight in the crib. So we had to cook. You know what I mean? Like
in Texas, like you guys have been to LA, obviously. What is like a food place or just something that you guys have that only Texas has, or that you definitely don't see here in LA? Like here, it's like healthy and vegan.
We
is
talk
like
Whataburger. I mean,
right
it's in a few places around, but Whataburger is kind of like our joint. You know what I'm saying? Like Texas is real.
I think we might have some.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a few. I'm like, there's a few around, but like Whataburger is kind of like a Texas thing. At the same time, the crazy thing about Texas that you don't find in a lot of. I mean, a lot of places are like really cool with the local stuff. But with Texas, there's so many local spots, you know what I mean, all over the place that, we don't necessarily go to like, I mean, Whataburger is like, I guess, our big chain, but or HEB could be our big chain in terms of grocery stores, you know what I mean? Yeah. Buc-ee's is our big chain as far as gas station goes. Like, we have like our big things, but if you go to the H, there's only restaurants in the H that you can get a certain whatever. You go to Austin, you can only get that whatever in Austin. Dallas, the same thing. Like, there's, I'm pretty sure every single Texas place, I don't care if it's a small town or if it's a big city, every single Texas place has a Mexican food restaurant that's fire.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Like, it's just absolutely
true. You guys
true.
have Waffle House?
Yeah, we got Waffle Houses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't have those here, and honestly, I think it's trash.
It's not meant for you to eat in a crib.
No, if you're like counting macros, you're trying to make sure your body's on point. You don't go to Waffle. First of all, if you go to Waffle House,
go to Waffle House with a clear mind, bro.
Nah, man. Like, I've never known anybody who like they wake up like, you know what, I want Waffle House.
Yeah,
I've never known that to happen. Like,
I feel like people do that shit all the time, man. Like,
I
don't
know.
No, Waffle House.
Every time someone that went to Waffle House, they were lit.
Yeah, like Waffle House is like
Waffle
House is like the last resort. Like, oh, like what time is it? Oh man,
yeah.
You wanna go Waffle House? I guess that's it. Like I've never heard anybody suggest Waffle House without a question mark at the end of that sentence. Like Waffle House, I guess.
You guys have Denny's, right?
Yeah, we have Denny's.
Yeah.
Denny's, IHOP.
There you go.
Well,
there you go.
The only thing is,
how does Waffle House exist if those places exist?
I'm saying like this. I don't necessarily rock with Denny's because I've never seen one girl in there that had teeth in her mouth that was serving it. So I don't like it.
Come here, man. Come here.
I'm not trying to be funny right now. Like,
Russ, you've been at CC's with us, right? Obviously. Do you guys have anything like that out there?
CC's Pizza?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff out there, man.
But you act like we just like you act like we're like just like backwoods.
I don't.
Especially in Austin, I feel like they have a CC's type of place like in every maybe every 5 steps.
Yeah, man.
Like, bro, Austin is a mad food hub, bro. Like, they got.
Food Mecca. If you act right, I would have invited you to come down by now, Joe. But you know what I'm saying? I gotta stay in the dark room like Darth Vader.
I think you when you guys were doing that bratwurst thing or whatever, when Ray came out, I think you threw it out, and Tina was trying to plan it. But are you guys going to? I know, Russ, you are. Are you going to Collegiates LS or not?
Yeah, it's right down.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah, it's right down the street from the crib.
Oh, really? So what city is it at?
It's in College Station.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly into the big one, and then we're gonna get a car and I'm gonna drive.
Into the big
because
into Houston.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like 70 miles away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the H is not that far. Yeah, flying the.
Yeah, but is it traffic or am I gonna be good?
In Houston? Did you say?
I don't know, dude.
And like, when do you? It depends what day you come in.
Bro.
What time you come in? Houston, it's not. You live in LA, so like like
y'all's traffic trumps Houston.
Yeah. Y'all's traffic is on.
Yeah, honestly, like LA traffic makes me want to fight. Like I would fight somebody.
I mean,
it starts at 6 a.m. Honestly, you wake up at 6,
like,
you get on, you're fucked.
Like in the H, like I mean, there's some pockets of traffic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, it's just kind of man. Like come down. Then LVD people.
And I'll see all the food and everything. So it'll be actually Russ. You'll be here, right? You coming for sure for 30.
I can literally drive and then just come back home and then drive again and come back.
No. I mean, on the 31st, are you gonna be out here?
Yeah, I need to book my flight.
So I'm gonna see him, and then he's gonna go home, and then literally like a week later, I'll be out there again, and we'll see him out there.
I was gonna come down there on the 5th, but I ain't trying to do that. That's trouble.
Hey man, let me know. We'll go to the zoo.
Man,
you'll throw up them beats.
Them DMs get you in trouble, man. I'm gonna stay right here at the crib and chill out. Been around like RIPLS for good. Now, that's what's up. So we got the food knocked out. Now it's starting. Okay, here it is. This is where this is my favorite part when I start talking to people. So you're stuck on an island, and it sucks because you have time to think about it. You're stuck on an island. You have 3 things. What are 3 things? I'll go with you, Joe, first. What are 3 things that you would take with you if you got stuck on an island? You only have 20 seconds. 20 seconds to think about it.
Oh my God! 3 things. I'm on an island. Does this island have shit that I can use to sustain my existence? Like, is there food and shit?
Bro, that's all.
Like, can I kill things?
Can I kill animals and eat them? Listen. I already asked the question, and go.
So what? I mean, I'm gonna take. Can I take Tina?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take Tina. So I'm good there. I really don't need nothing else. No, I'll take Tina. I'll take fuck, man, my dogs.
Okay.
And like, yeah, man. I mean, they can hunt with me. You know, keep me sane. Tina, so we'll be straight there. And then one more thing. Fuck, man. Well, lifting's gonna be out the window. That's gonna be a transition, man. Fucking, I don't know, like a fucking, maybe like a something with internet so I can know what's going on in the outside world. I guess like a phone or a pad or a radio or some shit.
Will sound like. All right, Russ, what you got?
Damn, man. I'm such an unneedy person. Like, I don't mind. I just bring a laptop. I guess pancakes. That's like
a skillet.
I think about the stuff I do on a daily basis that I absolutely need. So laptop, pancakes. Last thing, probably. Damn, that would be. I don't know. Probably like a ER setup, a ER rack, or something like that. Something lift. Literally, like all I do is just like laptop, gym,
pancakes.
Pancakes. Like, I'm trying to, because I'm not like a material person to where like I need certain stuff. I can really care less about certain things. But
all right, hey.
What are you bringing, Les? What are you bringing?
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about me. I tell you what, Kelly Brandon was like, I just need rack, weights, and a bar. I'm like, damn.
Such a typical fucking answer.
Yeah,
bro, like, he is hilarious. Bro, I'm telling you, that's probably the most fun I've had talking to a person. Because I didn't really know his story like that, bro. Like, he's been through some shit, man. Like, for real. Yeah, Kelly Brandon was all right, we're going to go a little bit deeper now. So, you have to spit a hot 16 bars. All right? I see you in the alley. Run up on you, gun in hand. I put it to your head. I'm like, you got to spit 16 bars or you're a dead man. What 16 are you gonna spit?
I'm gone later, man.
You got no 16. No 16. It could even be a song.
It would just be bad and bougie.
It could be a song or it could be a rap. As much hip hop as you fools listen to, you don't have 16.
No. I'm trying to think of like which 6. I got shit. I memorized it. Honestly, it would be something from Lil Wayne since I'm able to remember Lil Wayne.
All right, then your time is coming. Joe, who would you spit from?
I ain't spitting it, but I can tell you what it is.
You don't have to, Joe. You got to talk it out. You got to. You don't have to.
Oh, I ain't saying it. I ain't saying
this dude here. Look at him.
I ain't do it. I ain't doing it. I'm about to tab out.
I got it.
Are you Googling it right now?
No.
Russ is straight Googling right now. Yo, this dude is trying to Google it right now.
No, I'm making sure. Oh, yeah. I already know what song.
All right, go for it.
Like, because it's the only.
I don't know, man. It's
top. Like literally, like when it comes on, I'm just programmed to. It's off of Dedicated. Yeah, Dedication. It's like, all right, so cover my tracks like butter, so where the bread be. I see beef is dead me. Put at the president, yeah me. No one scared me. And you try to double dare me, hear me, loud and clear me. Rats aren't near me. Wiretap niggas get blood in the earpiece. I'm from New Orleans, nowhere near peace. Fear beast, pure beast, fear free. Catch up, bitch. I'm in gear 3. Zoom, go and see it. Peace. Drop one finger. Yeah. Fuck a man whoever made him out. Hurt whoever love him because I hate him. Looking for a baby. High and sedated. Got it to a pad on high. Nigga made it. She gave me relations, so now we related. The morning comes. Picture faded. That shit. I don't even know how many bars that is, but it's like
that was more than 16.
No way I go after that. No way I go after that.
Joe, just give me 16. It don't matter what it is. You could have done this Fresh Prince, West Philadelphia, born and raised, because that's what I would do. I know I got that all day.
He's gonna start spitting that Migos stat.
Man, I already have, like, my memory is so fucked right now. Like, it'd be so hard for me. Like, I'm gonna let you down, man. I'm sorry.
I know. So it's like, I memorized so many songs. Also, damn. Yeah, no, that's.
I switch gears so much. Like, Russ, I know you be in my stories. I'll be on like a hip hop thing, then I'm gonna go electronic, and then I'm gonna go back to hip hop, and then I might go over here to like some fucking that like some epic shit. I just bounce around, so it's hard for me to. There'll be times when I'm in it and I'm like, whoa, you hear what he just said? That shit was dope. And then there's times that like I'll forget it like instantly. I have like ADD.
Ellis, you listen to Tech 9?
Every now and again, man.
Every now and then. You know a song that, for some reason, Fragile. It's like Fragile, him, The Game, and some shit. I forgot the chick's name. I forgot it, but it's like that song is literally stuck in my head. And then this other song with Lil Dicky. I wasn't
Dude,
really
Lil Dicky got heat though. Lil Dicky can spit.
I've been sleeping. My boy put me on Lil Dicky. I'm like, man, it's
Lil
like
Dicky got heat.
Like, I'm like, man, it's like another white rapper. You know what I'm saying, like, but lately, I think he has a project coming. I'm not sure, but he's been.
And he can hoop. I forgot that he could hoop. Like
he can hoop.
He can hoop like crazy hoop. Like for real hoop. Yeah, like Lil Dicky can hoop. Like I've been on here lately. I've been on that Tory Lanez. I mean, I've been on Tory Lanez for a minute, but like I was on his mixtapes. I never really fucked with his albums. I mean, I stay on Drake. Like I get guff for it, but like here lately, because I've kind of boycotted Kanye. I don't really fuck with Ye like that.
What?
When he went crazy, I couldn't do it.
I'm a Kanye stan. So when he went crazy, I was like, man, I only fuck with him for the music, but you know what I'm saying? I understand where he's coming from.
I just can't do it. And the thing is, Ryan Doris kills me over it. I'm like, bro, I just can't do it. I'm not a Ye fan. But he got back in my grace a little bit when he, when he did the Watch the Throne. You know what I'm saying? Then he went crazy again. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, well, I can't rock with you. But then that song he has with Drake on what is that, Glow?
Yeah, Glow.
Bro, that song gets me, man. Like,
I love the song, man.
Like in the part, like I was actually gonna put it. I actually started biting off of you on IG, like dropping those lyrics and shit on pictures or whatever. I literally bit from you. Like I'll be 100. But I think Drake says something like, "I just take the game I've been sold and sell it for more."
Yeah.
Bro, that literally is the life that I live. Like the game that I've been, like I just take the game I've been told and I sell it for more. Like you already know, watch out for me, I'm about to glow. I'm like, man, listen, that is one of the finest.
Let me ask you, let me ask you, what do you guys gain from music? When you guys listen to music, do you do it to put you in a do you do it to put you in a mood? Do you do it to help you? Like, there's certain music I can listen to and I will work like a machine. I will not stop. I will just, you just go, go, go. And then there's times when I listen to music because I want to, it helps me get in a mindset. Like, but when I drive to the gym, I need to listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are the first to hear about this, besides Tina. My fucking headphones, my Sonys that I had forever, they fucking broke the other night. They fell 2 feet from my bag and they snapped. And I was like devastated. And then I realized I still have my Beats. I still have my Beats. We're okay. We're okay. So, like, what do you guys gain from music? Do you listen to lyrics? Do you just care about beats?
Everything.
Do you use it to train?
I can tell you from my personal experience with music, like, sometimes it's just the beat. Like, sometimes the beat just takes you to a spot. You know what I mean? But then, like, I mean, because I'm gonna be 100, like, you listen to Migos, it's not like you can get any lyrical content from.
Yeah, you know there's not really any.
So, but you know what I mean, you catch the cadence and every now and again, like
sometimes.
Like, but for me, like, even when I listen to Migos or I listen to that mumble rap, like, it's never the actual lyrics that I even hear. I hear the ad libs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like with Migos, especially, like he'll be 12, yeah. Like I'll hear the ad libs more than I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just kind of depends on who I'm listening to. Like, but for like with Wheezy, I used to listen to the wordplay a lot. You know what I'm saying?
He's very clear. You can hear
then
everything
you would have to know,
say.
like, but then it depends on who the producer is. Because if I hear, like, you know what I'm saying? If you hear, like, back in the day when Wheezy was on like, when he was heat, and you heard, like, Bangladesh, or you heard that fucking click, you heard that freaking lighter go off, and you hear him smoke that blunt, like, ooh, it's about to be fire. Like, you knew. You know what I mean? So it just depends. Like, I mean, I literally, you already know how I get down. Like, you can go to my IG. Like, I listening to everything. Everything. So, I mean, it just kind of depends on what I'm into. You know what I mean? Or sometimes, like Russell posts something, he'll post a lyric. I'm like, bro, I haven't listened to that song in a minute. And I'm going, you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's this, you know, it just kind of depends. Like, you know, it puts you in a mood. Like, you know, if you listen to J. Cole, well, clearly you're going to be able to hear the lyrics. Clearly you're going to be able to decipher what he's saying. So it takes you to a completely different spot. If you listen to Kendrick, clearly it puts you on like a higher, it's put you on like some higher conscious shit. So you're like, you know what I'm saying?
But see, I feel like Kendrick can get too serious sometimes, and I'm like, man, I want to hear about fucking life shit. I just want to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why what I like about Quavo, real quick, is like he'll talk about sports. You know what I'm saying? He'll talk about sports and he'll relate it to what's going on, and the Bill Belichick line, like all that. He played the field and the fucking coach, and he knows stuff like
that kind of stuff is cool. Like I have like a balance. Like, you know, I don't know if you listen to Charlamagne the God. Like, I don't know if you know Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, I watched Breakfast.
It's a balance of righteousness and ratchetness. So it's like, for me, like when I listen to certain music, it's like, all right, so if I throw on J. Cole, like the warm up, or J. Cole Friday Night Lights, that brings me back all the way to like when me and homies was like grinding, like shit, man, we gotta go back to the field in the morning, like grind and stuff like that. So that puts me in that mindset. So like, if I'm not feeling a certain workout, I'll throw it on. I'm like, damn, I can't disrespect this song because I know what I used to I know what I used to do when I used to listen to the song. And certain rappers, they're able to connect with you with their lyrics, and it just reminds you of like just the grind. Like, it's just like, dude. When I listen to, like, there's a certain song, J. Cole 2-Face, that puts me in a different world. Like, there's nothing wrong I can do when I'm listening to that song, because he's talking about like his struggle between like I'm struggling with like I'm trying to become that person that I thought I was, or like, can I become that person I thought I was? And it's like, you know, I need to know. It's like, God, show me some. So it's like, and then there's be certain times I'll just throw on some Migos. Say, if you catch that certain vibe, you know what I'm saying? You start feeling the shit. It's like certain lyrics, you apply it to your own life, but you'll change. Like, that's what I do on Instagram. Like, I'll apply certain lyrics. I'll change certain lyrics. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna make this mean this. I'm gonna say that. So that applies to me now. You know, it's just like, I don't know. For me, music could literally dictate how I move in the gym. That's why sometimes I'll come in I'll come in and it'll be some whack shit playing. I'm like, yo, my mans, I can't do this right now. Like, literally change the music or else I'll turn around and go home. I've done that on multiple occasions.
I do it all the time.
I've gotten home, but not dude. So, like, zoo is where I train, and I'm cool with everybody there, and I understand that the music that Mason likes is really, really, really different from the music that I like. When Bradley's there, is good. Like,
I'm gonna be 100 with you right now. Like, my mans, they can vouch for this. I'm so ill about music when I walk into the gym. Like, I really like, who's on the ox? Bubba's on ox. Guess what? You off the ox. Like, I'm literally like that. Like, I'm a Nazi when it comes to that music. Cause, like, honestly, I don't feel like I'm too good to listen to anybody's music, but I feel like people's shit is so whack sometimes. I'm like, if there's anything that you have on your playlist that's top 40, or I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody out there, but I'm not really sorry. If anything on your playlist is top 40, or if you have what's those fools' names? Look at this photograph. What's those fools' names?
Lil Yachty?
Nah, look at this photograph.
Yeah. What's their name? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about.
Nickelback? No,
Nickelback, yeah. If Nickelback plays anywhere in my vicinity, I'm probably going to punch you. I don't care if you're a girl or a dude. Nickelback just takes me to a whole different place. It makes me...
You know what's weird? It's weird to me how, like, I don't know if you guys are like this, where some people live to really calm, like...
No, I'm in that world right now. Like, literally, like, I'll put on a podcast, like the Joe Budden podcast or like the Brilliant Eight or something like that. Yeah. And I'll just, because sometimes I come in too hyped.
Yeah.
And I'll like.
I've done that.
Well, I mean, y'all forget.
No, but like.
Bro, I watch South Park.
Shout out to Bryce, man.
So
He'll play like Katy Perry.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, they got on me before because like I listen to comedy and I watch South Park like, you know, in between like sessions. Like, I mean, I don't mind, like, but here lately...
Like everybody has their thing, man.
Yeah, like, here lately, like, I've just been on my lyrical tip, man, and, I mean, I took it back to Black Hippie, and, I listened to, the Heart Part 3. I'm telling you right now, if you just listen, I'm telling you, I can never make it through a session. I don't care, but if I'm getting ready, like, all right, here we go. This is top set. If I listen to the Heart, I promise you I walk up to that bar crying every time. Yeah, every time.
Bro, have you gone back and listened to? Okay, so originally, whenever To Pimp a Butterfly came out, I was so sad. I'm like, what the? I'm like, yo,
I wasn't really feeling it at the beginning. I wasn't feeling it.
I'm like, bro, I'm like, what is this, man?
Yeah.
And like literally, I think maybe at the beginning of last year, I'm like, this is my favorite album. Like. This song is like this record is so beautiful, bro. Like I think it's mostly because of like I don't know. It's just like since the Black Power movement's like coming back, you know what I'm saying we're taking that back. I'm like this album is beautiful.
It was hella prophetic, man. It was hella prophetic.
It was way before its time. So like now when it's making that round again, like when I listen to it, I feel powerful, man.
Yeah,
like,
you feel empowered. Like I was cracking up on myself because like the only album that I have downloaded on my phone is Common B, the album B. I'm telling you right now, like, before that, it was Mos Def. Like, I've been on some, like, just, like, if you don't have lyrical content, I can't mess with you. Even to the point of, like, oh, have you heard Lil? If the nigga's got Lil in his name and it's not Lil Wayne, I probably won't even listen to him.
But
I was like those kick, but I have, like, a little brother that's, like, 16, and he threw me on Lil Yachty. Like, he mentioned Lil Yachty to me. I'm like, man, Lil Yachty, what? I'm like, this nigga Lil Bo, what? Like, Lil Uzi, what? And then, like, slowly, they have...
I actually like Lil Yachty.
They kind of grow on you a little bit, but, like, my thing is, like, they're okay, but, like...
That can't be your go-to.
Nah, because, like, honestly, you know, I'll bypass them. And honestly, for me, I mean, they're rock star-ish, but, like, there's no... I don't recognize any other rock star aside from A$AP Rocky, and I recognize Tyler, the Creator. Those two,
Tyler Creator is my favorite artist.
Like, I'm telling you right now, the first time I saw Future, like when they first dropped, like at South by Southwest, and back when they actually had free shows at South by Southwest. You know, I remember I was like, dude, this cat has a mask on and he's hanging from the rafter. I'm like, he's not stage diving, he's literally hanging from the rafter, just hanging and rhyming the whole. He rhymed 3 songs just hanging from the rafter. I'm like, what? And that's like it was Sandwiches. It's when Sandwiches dropped. And I'm telling you right now, anytime Sandwiches plays, like you'll hear me in the back yelling Wolfgang the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I don't,
bro. I wish they never like. I wish they never had like their little.
Yeah,
like they kind of split up and started doing their own stuff.
Yeah,
man. Listen, Odd Future volume, Odd Future mixtape volume 2, man.
Odd Future is
oldies.
Odd Future is one of the greatest freaking just assemblings. Like they're all pretty talented. You know what I mean? And like Haji Beats was like low key kind of. He was like my favorite of all of them. His delivery was my favorite. But like, whew, man. But then Tyler came out with Goblin, and then I was like, oh man, it's a wrap. So like for me. I'm into so many different things. I get into a lot of like, you know, like I like dancers, a lot of dancers, you know what I mean? Like I follow a lot of dancers and stuff. So like a lot of cats were like really started like to fuck with our Future and with Tyler Creator and like and just his movement or whatever. So you get a lot of different dancers that dance. So it's like I'm so big on our Future and really what they've done. So like when all these new cats came in, you know what I mean? Like Joe, you have a very accepting heart. I don't. Like I'm just like I can't deal with it. Joe's he's an accepting heart. Like musically he accepts. Like for me, I'm like nah, I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like because I'm still the type of cat. I'll listen to Wu-Tang and be like, man, I wish you would like that still. You know what I mean? Like because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like when the first time I heard Wu-Tang, that was the first time I ever heard like people willingly cussing on an album. Like they're actually cussing.
So LS, So LS, is there anything modern? Any newer artists that you like, or are you just think it's all trash? Like if there's no OGs putting out, like I know Lil Wayne's trying to come back. I hope he does really. Because
I mean, honestly, I mean he's not necessarily a new artist, but Travis Scott, bro. Travis Scott.
He's got kind of like an ambience to him. He's kind of more like a atmosphere and like environment, almost like when he just because he could actually sing.
Yeah, like
you know,
Travis Scott is. Low key, one of the, he's still slept on, which I don't understand why. But
I don't think so.
Not this.
Not in Houston, he's not. But like worldwide, like my thing is this: Travis Scott is your favorite producer's favorite producer. You know what I'm saying? Hit Boy is your favorite producer's favorite producer. Two guys that people sleep on all the time that I absolutely love. I mean, I love West Coast big time. Like Dom Kennedy. Oh my God, Dom Kennedy's one of my favorite. Nipsey Hussle. One of my absolute favorites. And they don't get the love.
Nipsey Hussle's good.
Nipsey Hussle's now. His new album is so stupid. Oh, my God. Yeah. Victory Lap?
Nipsey just now getting somewhat of the love that he should have been.
Yeah, he should have been getting love a long minute ago. But, like, yeah, I mean, there's a few new guys. It's just, it's hard for me. It's really, like, I'll be honest. I was on Lil Uzi for a little bit. Like, I was, man. But then, I was like, like, Young Dolph? I fuck with Dolph heavy.
I love Young Dolph.
Like, you already know. Like, Joe calls me out on Dolph.
Oh. Wait.
So, what do you guys think about Tekashi?
No, he gets no radio play. No radio play.
Just hit me up one second.
Hey, I went through it one time and I was like, this is like a fusion between Lil Pump and Lil Perp.
Yeah,
to create some and
Here's crazy.
Screaming.
This is crazy. I've never heard one Lil Perp song ever. I only know
it's like he has like
the other one, the one that did that Gucci Gang whatever. Is that Lil Pump?
That's Lil Pump, yeah. So
I honestly I hear that, I throw it out. Like I don't even
I think Lil Pump has the shortest you know when you hear a song you can hear it for a while. Yeah. He has the shortest like you could hear songs and you're like, all right, yeah, the beat's kind of cool. Like, yeah, you know, maybe I'll, you know, lift to this or whatever. But you go through it once or twice and you're done. You can't do it anymore because it's just so like, it's like it's like I will tie my shoes.
I tried. I made an attempt to get into XXXTentacion. I tried, but
his shit is fucking weird, dude.
But I just
like his shit is.
Yeah, it's not for me. All right, we're gonna move. I'm about to close this thing out, man, because we can talk all day. No, we can literally talk all day. We'll have to get a part 2 sometime. We gotta talk about the kicks. Now,
three stripes 3 stripes. That's
Joe
it.
is
That's the only
3
thing
stripes
on
to
my
the
feet.
death.
Nothing else put on my feet. I tried Nike. These motherfuckers are fucking discriminatory against wide feet, and I can't do it.
What are you talking? My feet are damn near webbed. They're so wide.
12s.
I'm a Nike boy. Nike boy to the day that I die. But
you know why I like Adidas? Because they fucking understand that I want to feel like I'm walking on nothing.
Then you better get you some Air Max, son. You better get you some Fly Air Max.
You know
Joe,
what?
I will not sit here. I will not sit here and accept. I will not sit here and accept that you have wide feet. Your feet are too wide for Nikes. I have the widest feet ever, bro. And I got Air Max. I got Air Max for days in my closet.
LS, I spent like a 2.5 hours with Tina going through every shoe. I was like, oh, these look hot, these look hot, these look hot. And I'm just like, damn, these shoes hurt my feet. Damn, these shoes hurt my feet. Damn, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And then ever since then, I've just been 3 stripes. That's it. I can't do it. My squat shoes, my lifting shoes are Adidas. My fucking normal shoes are Adidas. I will if Nike comes out with something that will accommodate my wide ass feet, maybe I'll give them a try.
Bro, I literally. At my school, we're sponsored by Adidas, and I'm like, I still get in trouble for rocking J's on the court. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like, I love.
Do you know what it's like to grow up with every kid wearing fucking Air Forces and Dunks, and when you try to wear them, your feet hurt so bad, so you have to wear the bigger size, and then people make fun of you because you're not wearing them because you're like, the day you decide not to wear them, you just get roasted. When I came up, your fits was everything. Your fits was everything.
That's how it was for me. But here's the thing: I grew up. We were too poor, bro. We couldn't afford it anyway. So I saw the kids wearing it anyway. I was like, I mean, I guess that's cool. I'm gonna rock my Payless and walk my Walmarts. You know what I'm saying? like I know what it's like, but I was too poor.
Get killed, man. Basketball. So coming to playing basketball, like your shoes.
Oh yeah, your shoes matter.
Pro models. I don't know if you remember the pro models, but that was like the shoe, the Huaraches.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And then
you hooped in Huaraches? I couldn't do it. But I tell you what I did.
Huaraches were great.
But I tell you what are fire. You know what I mean? I always wore. I was practicing Iversons, but I played in Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like it was what it was. Like Reebok. I used to rock Reebok real hard when Iverson was still active. You know what I'm saying? And like
Iverson was the shit when I was coming up. Iverson, he wouldn't even go to practice.
Yeah, I'll occasionally rock. I'll occasionally rock a Reebok here and there, or a cop of Reebok. Because out of love for my man Silent Mike. You know what I'm saying? But, like, for the most part, nah, Dookie. I just don't. I'm a Nike boy. Like,
Russ, where you at, man? I know Russ will come out and be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna drop 2 bills on some Nikes right now.
Like, I literally went, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I was like, man, I ain't.
And then look at it like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really just gone to Russ's IG for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude's over here stunned, like, these new little pickups, like, work. I'm like, this. Word, that's what we doing now? Like, what is it, Air Max fiend?
Nah, so like, I'm not a shoe head by any means. Like, I like shoes here and there, but I had, you know, when Adidas came, you know,
man, get out of here, dude.
Yo, son,
it's just they're super okay. You know,
with the army green,
they're super okay.
Oh, I got boxes on boxes.
Okay,
they're super okay. I'm not mad at what you did. Joe is over here trying to. I've never seen a grown man try to stunt some NMDs. Get out of here with that, kid. We don't do that. Where they do that at?
It's simple.
So like, I stopped the whole shoe kick. Like I was like a Van Blazer type of dude in high school.
Yeah.
And then like I stopped it a little bit. I'm like, all right, let me chill out.
Yeah.
And then, the Yeezys started coming back with the Adidas and all that shit. And I picked them up because I was a hype beast at first. I was like, damn, everyone got these joints on.
The OG all whites. The first ever white that ever came out of NMDs. And I do actually have a Nike running shoe. This is the only Nike shoe that I have in my house.
What are those, pumpkins? Boy got on the Nike pumpkins.
Nah, man.
So
when it started coming out with them, what is it, the boosts and all that stuff, I was like,
yeah,
this is whack, bro.
I couldn't get into it.
And I started like losing myself because I'm like, I like to have things that no one has. Like I like to rock stuff that no one else is really rocking.
True.
See, people will see a pair of shoes like, I don't know about them. I don't know about that colorway. I'm like, I can make it work. Like I like that shit. So I went back to Nikes and I started like, I have like a compulsive like purchase type of thing. Like when I walk into a store, I'm like,
get it.
Oh damn, I like that. I like that too. Just get it. So
like now. At this point, since everybody can almost get everything, like the key is you got to get accustomed to. Like I got I have 3 custom guys on deck at all times. Like the J's I rock, those are 1-on-1s. The J's that I rocked at the Arnold, like you can't buy those. You know what I mean? So like, I have a couple pair of Red Octobers that I'm just holding on to like it's time to cash out on them. But like I just can't. I'm not, because I'm not a big Kanye fan at all. Come on, man, this boy is still.
This is the only custom shoe that I have, and it's when power shoes were in. I had to get them with the JOEYFLEXX, man.
That's like, see, that's what I'm mad. I rock with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I like the red colorway, so I can't even be mad at that. I love the red colorway. But yeah, like.
My whole thing with shoes, man, just like, I'm not a shoe head, but I try to be eccentric with like my little accessories, like whether it's socks or shoes or head, something like that. So it's like, and I'm kind of like, I peep, shoes here and there. If I could give me a rare one, I'll give me a rare one. But I just try to make sure I ain't. I'm definitely not fucking with no boosts though, man. Hell,
I just can't do it.
No NMDs.
I can't.
I'm gonna throw away my Yeezys now, bro. But.
Bro, I don't even have Yeezys, and I over the years I've had about 4 or 5 pair that I've like been able to come up on, and I always just resell them, Jones, and then I buy a pair of J's with them and put the rest of the money in the bank.
So wait, you wouldn't even wear NMDs? You wouldn't even wear them?
No.
You wouldn't even wear them?
No.
Like, I have the Adidas that I have are the ones that if the school gives them to me, that's the way I wear them. Yeah. Like I have a few pair of Adidas, but they're all Z-Flux. And they're all fire, dude. Like, they're crazy colors. They're, like, different patterns that you can't find. And the thing is, I'm such a dick about, like, no one else having the shoes. I will buy all 3 pair at the store so no one else has them in my size.
I mean, those shits go out quick, man. Like, once they come out, they're just gone. I mean, you don't have to worry about that because you have all the shoes that nobody else has.
Yeah, on the real, Z-Flux are the last shoe that Adidas made that were like an actual quality shoe. The rest of them hoes are just bud. You're just walking on marshmallows. Like, I'm sorry, Joe, my bad. Joe's like, Joe's about to hang up, yo. He's like,
I'm gonna wear my marshmallows.
But yeah, like, honestly, no
one.
What do you
mean? Oh, my shoes.
There is no one that I know, especially right now. There's no one I know in the lifting game that rocks Adidas like you. Like, that's real. That's super real.
Yeah. And you know what? Hey, it's I gotta do it, man. You don't have to like them, but it means a lot to me when we got little flex girls like, Joey, look, I got the pink NMDs, just like Tina and da-da-da. And I'm just like, hey, man, it's like camaraderie. It's like, fuck it. It's comfortable. Honestly, the reason why I gravitated towards them was because if I'm gonna be on my feet all day at a meet, or I just want to not be like, fuck, my foot hurts,
right? Because
I'm in my shoes. You know what I mean? I don't know if Yeezys look comfortable, but they I feel like Yeezys are really hit or miss, man.
Oh man, they had a couple of colorways that came out. I actually tried to cop and I could not get them. My plug couldn't even get them. And then I was like, well, low key, I probably would have kept them just to flip them. But yeah, man, like. I don't know, man. You might just need to get you a nice little pair of Air Max, bro. Like, they got some.
If they're wide, I could try them.
Yeah, man. Though, dude, they got some mad Air Max out right now.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys get this, but like, if I change something, people are like, "What? You're not wearing NFTs? What is this?"
Oh, nah, man.
You wear Nikes now.
At this point, they stay looking at my feet, man. So it's kind of like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, at this point, it's just I just got to make sure my feet got heat. Like, some dude came up to me at the Arnold, like, on some mad disrespectful, like, this is all you rocking? Like, my dude, you know what? You right. You know what? You right. I couldn't even, like, I ain't really have it, like.
Be like, you right. Now get out of my little warm-up section.
Like, man, you got to,
actually, as a matter of fact, you got a band? Get out.
Like, you ain't got no band. I'm about to sick Angela on you. This will be one of my last thing, man. Like, actually, yeah. We're going back to the island. And on this island, you're only allowed to have one thing, all right? So we already talked about music, right? So you can only bring one album with you. You're stuck on this island, you can only bring one album with you. I give you a little time to think about it, but the album that you would bring with you.
Think about it. My list.
It's the only, like, you're going to be stuck on this island for the rest of your life, yo. What's the one album that you would take with you?
Man.
Island?
Huh?
There's one album that we can take to the island.
Yeah,
that is so hard.
You can only take one album with you.
So hard.
That's the whole reason I asked the question. What album would you take with you?
Honestly, the album that sticks out to me most right now is just "To Pimp a Butterfly."
Okay, that's
what I would take. That's coming to me. Oh, wait.
You see?
That's a safe pick. Or damn. Yeah, no, that's a safe pick. Right now.
Joe, where you
I wouldn't be mad at that one.
Joe, where you
at?
Man,
it's I'm scared to say it.
I'm trying to think.
Why are you scared to say it? Put it on wax. Put it out there.
I don't know. I really liked Trap or Die 3 from Jeezy. I really liked that one. I don't know.
That boy said Jeezy. Well done.
I don't know, man. Honestly, like Jeezy could fucking change your life, man.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Jeezy, I was listening to Jeezy earlier today. Like, Jeezy is, it's hard because there's a lot of Jeezy out there. There's a lot of Jeezy.
He paved the way. He was part of that that era of just before it got to SoundCloud, before it got to everything is just so internet accessible.
You look back and you don't realize how much Jeezy has actually done. Because you remember when it all came out, like it was like Jeezy, Jody Breeze, and whoever the other guy, that Boys in the Hood. They were in that Diddy did that Boys in the Hood, that Bad Boy South. And Jeezy was the only one that made it out of there, dude. Like Jeezy's, bro, he's literally he's probably my favorite South rapper for sure. Like my favorite Atlanta rapper. I would say that, but I forget about. I don't know if you guys ever listen. Like, okay, I can't answer your question. I'm such a liar. Finally, like he's not necessarily new, but like Jaron Benton, amazing.
Yeah.
Jaron Benton's one of my favorite, and then of course Vince Staples of the new rappers.
Oh,
he's probably my favorite.
It's like when you throw out names, I'm like, bro, yes, bro. But there's so many rappers I listen
Vince
to.
Staples.
I cycle through rappers.
Yeah.
So
I tell you my new thing with rappers, and you might want to try this, and maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you want to try it. What I do now is I actually peep their freestyles. Okay. If you can freestyle, you can get you get radio play from me. If you can't spit, I don't care if it's written. I don't care if it's rehearsed, but if you can't freestyle over a beat, then I can't rock with you. And none of these new cats can really. They can't. You can't lace a beat. So you can't be. I'm sorry, as a hip hop head, you can't consider yourself a part of the hip hop community, and you can't do the basic skill that a hip hop artist must have. Yeah. Spit a hot 16 over a track. If you can't do that, you don't belong.
Like, if you look at all their new, like, if you go look at the XXL freshman list and like their freestyles, those things are like unwatchable.
They're dumb trash. They're dumb trash.
I'm like, damn, like you can make trendy good music, but damn, man,
you don't even try. And the thing is, 2 months ahead of time that you're on the XXL freshman class, and that's all you can come up with. You need to die today, bro.
You're allowed to do it over.
Yeah, so that was the best take. That was the absolute best take that they had.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, so yes, sorry, Joe, but those people, they gotta go now.
I'm fine with that. It's just like a lot of those guys is a personality thing. Like Russ, I don't know if you saw that. I know you did. You saw this last Lil Yachty like quick little interview at Breakfast Club, and he was like, literally, they'll be recording, and he just won't want to do it. Yeah. So he'll just cut the song. They just don't care. Like they're just. Yeah, I mean, fuck.
So
fuck it.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm kind of like I'm over them all. So yeah, like that. There's that. So yeah, man. That's cool. Like Jeezy, I definitely accept that. That's very acceptable. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and Kendrick, yeah, I can listen to that for the rest of my life probably. Like, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, dude, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired of talking to that. Like it was only gonna be an hour. And I'm like, dog, we're like 2.5 hours in,
bro.
Like we just kept going and going. But like, I mean, like, I for real appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I mean, everyone knows where to find you. You know what I'm saying? At JOEYFLEXX. Everyone knows where to find you. As RUSSWOLE. You know what I'm saying? Joe, you got any projects coming up?
Projects coming up? I mean, well, like, I just have a lot of in-person things I'm going to be at. We have a lot of, meets here and there coming up. I'm going to, we have World's coming up. As far as like things out of the ordinary, nah, man, I'm staying in my lane, doing my thing. We're gonna keep these young guns coming up.
Yeah, man.
To try to do something crazy in 2018.
I'm texting Susie right now.
What'd she say?
She was just making sure she said that she wants to start seeing more of the lifts and all that stuff. She's asking me about the forms and all that good stuff. So. She said that we're gonna Skype soon.
Yeah. It'll be. I already hit him up, but it's gonna be good. But yeah, man. You know me, we're doing the thing, we're in the trenches, know what I'm saying? 2018, dropping flames, fire, new lifters here and there. Keep a lookout. I'm passing my man Russ. What's good, Russ? You got a new video drop?
Well, it's not even about, I don't want to like say anything about me, but I want to say like, Ellis, I don't know if you remember the first time I ever interacted with you was Texas Raw Championship or something like that. It was like some meet. I was competing as like a 93. I just came in YOLO.
Yeah.
And like, I've never met you before. I had 666 on deadlift. You came and just like, oh, so it's like that. So we doing that. I had no idea who you were, and I was like, I looked around. I was like, who was that? I'm like, oh, that's LS, man. He's always like that, a lot of energy. So I'm like, damn, like that's when I decided. I was like, damn, like it's not so much about what I can do. It's about like how could I like affect the community, like come together, make everyone like cool. It's like I'd always go to meets, and I'm like, I'm not trying to talk to this person. I'm not really trying to do this, that. But you just showed up. You was just there. You're like, yo, let's get it. You showed love to everyone. I was like, see, man, that's what it's about. That's what I like. Man. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, like, that's literally the first time I don't know if you remember that, but that's literally the first time I ever met you.
Pulling out
so
that way, bro.
Yeah. So just like, I appreciate you, like, always constantly ready to give back to the community and look for people that you bring up.
I'm going to be 100 with you, like, on some man-to-man shit right now. Like, we literally get to do what we want. You know what I mean? And, like, I watch my mom and dad wake up 3, 4 in the morning to go work at a job that they didn't really like. You know what I'm saying? You know, but some people they didn't necessarily care for, but they did it because they had to do it. They felt like they had to do it. For us to eat, they had to do it. For us to survive, they had to do it. I mean, and every parent works to they work their asses off. They work their finger to the bone to make sure that their son or their daughter have the opportunity to do better than they did. So they don't have to make, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my sister and I didn't have to get up at 3 and 4 in the morning to grind on some job that we didn't like with some people that we didn't necessarily care for. So I'm at the point now where I literally wake up whenever I want to. It's still early, but I wake up whenever I want to, and I get to do exactly what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing an interview with 2 of the hottest dudes in the game right now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, 2 of my friends, and I'm doing it because I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because our schedules allow us to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's crazy. We're doing exactly what we want. And somebody out there, you could drop a shirt right now. Somebody's going to, oh, dude, I'm going to cop that because I fuck with RUSSWOLE heavy. You know what I'm saying? Joe could drop a shirt. Oh, I'm going to get that because I rock. Or I need a program. I'm going to go to Joe. I don't want to go to anybody else. I want to go to Joe. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you post something on IG, at least 20, 30,000 people are going to look at like, oh, my God, I wish I could do that. Or I wish I could. Like, we're literally doing what we want. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the least I could do is just try to just pay that forward. You know what I mean? Like, and we've done it because we can lift a little bit. You know what I mean? And this community has made it to where we're able to be in the position we're in. So the way I was brought up, the way that, you know, that I've always operated is, man, like, in order to feel that you're worthy of a blessing, you got to make sure that you keep putting those blessings out. And all I do, bro, is like, I literally, the love that I'm given, I just try to give it back. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I can't necessarily give back as much as I receive in any form or fashion. But like, watching y'all lift and watching y'all do well, and, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, from not knowing Joe to like Joe being one of my boys, from not knowing you to you becoming one of my boys, and watching you evolve, you know what I'm saying, not just as a lifter, but as a young man, you know what I'm saying, and seeing Joe like going to his own, you know, and setting like Joe's not just doing it anymore. He's setting the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be on as a programmer, as a coach, this is the bar that's set. This is the community that you have to create. This is the culture that you have to necessarily make within your people. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So to see my people doing so well, like, bro, the least I can do is just like, you know what, man, I'm gonna show love to this cat. I'm gonna show love to this person. I'm gonna show this love. It's not hard to like be positive toward people. It's not hard to show love, but all it does is if I do it, you know what I'm saying, and you do it, the people that follow us, they start doing it, and the people that follow them start doing it, and you literally, that's my whole thing behind the whole, when I say wave up, when I like talk about wave up, like, it's just a wave, man, and every wave starts with one drop of water. Literally, it starts with one drop of water. You know what I mean? And so my drop, your drop, everyone's drops just start just dropping. Same time. Eventually, it just builds and builds and builds. You know what I mean? And then somebody out there, it's usually, you know what I mean? It's just somebody that picks up on what you're doing. They pick up on your wave, be it, you know, the Federation, be it, you know, some big Instagrammer, be it some star, whatever. Somebody sees that. They pick up on it, and then they start trying to make that wave happen. You know what I'm saying? And that I always call that person the moon. They're a moon. You know what I'm saying? And a wave picks up big time when you got a moon. And that's all we're trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just like, you know what? One day I'm not going to be able to bench 500 plus pounds. One day I'm not going to be able to pull 700 plus pounds, squat 700 plus pounds. I know that. I know that day's going to come. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to happen between the time I do it now and the time that I'm done? You know what I'm saying? Well, shoot. Well, I know that my day's going to stop, you know, sooner than later. But your day's still, you know, your day's about to start. So let's make sure that he carries it forward. It's all it is, you know what I'm saying? Stick, you're up, go. It's just a relay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all trying to get to the top. We can all get to the top. I don't necessarily have to be the one at the end of the race. You know what I'm saying? I pass it on to somebody else, you know? So, I mean, that's all I try to do with this positivity stuff. And that's what, you know, Joe's doing with his positivity stuff. That's what you're doing with your positivity. Like, you're impacting the culture and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? So, all I was saying when I was talking to you in the back was like, you know what? You can start doing it for the culture, bro. I mean, because you're already eating for yourself, you know what I mean? But you can feast when you do it for everyone else. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's all we're doing, bro. We're just trying to make this thing better, man. And, you know, like, you guys being on this, talking for 3+ hours when you, I mean, I know you have better things to do. I mean, that's love. I appreciate that because I know you didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, you know. You know, and I owe so much of what I'm doing now. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I owe so much of what I'm doing now to Joey. Just being like, he literally was that final straw to like, yo, you can do this. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy when you look back. Like, damn, I wouldn't be here had it not been for Joe. Just give me like, yo, man, you got it. Go from somebody I didn't really fuck with at the beginning, like I don't really know that dude, to like one of the cats, like he literally was the one like, here's the push, you got it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect him enough to the point, like, you know what? Joe says I can do it. You know what? I probably can do this. You know, so that's the least I can do is give back to the community that's literally giving me so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bills are paid. My belly's always full. My feet stay fly. You know what I mean? Because of this community. That's crazy when you think about it. So, I mean, if all we have to do is just keep doing what we're doing, that's cool. But if we can do what we're doing plus add a little bit of love to it, damn, dude, we can do something super crazy. So, yeah, man, like, I appreciate you guys, like, more than anything, man. And the big things ahead for you guys is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, because I'm on the outside looking in, I can see them like, oh, my God. Like, I mean, because you're doing your own thing. You're in your own wave. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're blazing your own path. So, you're in it. So, you don't necessarily see it. But for me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like an OG, like sitting back, like, oh my God, Joe's about. And the thing is, Joe's about to make moves Joe don't even know he's gonna make. It's gonna literally change the game. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally gonna say hello to some person. You're gonna do a lift. You're gonna post something that's literally gonna be a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have like, now I can't say I have these visions, but I just get these feelings about people, man, and I see it. Like, man, like. You literally sit in the like you have literally been placed. Both of you have been placed in a position right now that you can literally change the game just by doing what you're doing and adding just a little bit of love to it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my big thing, bro. Like I've seen this dude Joe at his best and at his worst, with the shittiest cuts to like getting his diet down perfect. You know what I'm saying? To like, you know, going from like, bro, he's gonna kill himself to like, oh, this boy's out here moving 650 like it's nothing. Like, and I'm sitting there yelling at my phone like, I see you, baby. I see you. Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, My friends are the people that I fan out the most over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and don't get me wrong. Like, there's cats out there with hella following, and I mean, Arnold, that was dope. I saw Arnold a couple times. That was what's up. But like, that's cool. But Arnold, I'm never gonna lift in the gym with Arnold. I'm never gonna break bread with Arnold. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna get my money regardless. You know what I'm saying? But like, with you cats, like, we can break bread. We can talk. You know what I mean? Like, so I get to be a fan of my friends and watch you guys just go in. And that's huge. That's super huge. I won't take up any more of you guys' time, man. I just want to, like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, bro, I appreciate this more than you'll ever know. Like, this is huge for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to have to do a part 1, 2, and 3 for this. Or I might just drop it all at one time, man, because people seem to love it. But y'all are real, dude. I mean, and y'all, your success, both of you, it's by no accident because you guys work for it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm glad that you both got tired of football. And you want to lift weights, man, because honestly, this culture as we know it would not be the same without having you both here. That's crazy. So, to my mans, JOEYFLEXX.
Means a lot, man. Means
JOEYFLEXX,
dude. Hey,
Mr.
anytime,
RUSS.
man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you boys, man, more than anything. Yeah, dude. Anything for the people. Anything in closing for the people. What you got?
Collegiates, I'm coming. Be ready. I'm coming. I'm coming to handle my boys. Be ready. That's it. Other than that, hey, I may post this. I might take little clips of it and post it, but I will. If I do, I'll leave. You let me know where yours is at. I'll leave a link to your channel. Russ, you don't even need the clout, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You know, we'll put it everywhere. We'll put it everywhere. And when it goes up, let me know. I'll put it up on the.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna put. I'll probably put up maybe next week because people are still chewing on the one with me and Ryan and the one with Kelly. But yeah, I'll probably drop it Monday. I'll probably drop it Monday.
Let me know, Russ. I'll throw people in this direction too.
Russ, what you got for the people? Anything for the people in closing?
I try to make sure that I say this, but like, hey man, if you're watching this and you're thinking that, you know, whatever you're going through is too much, just like weather the storm and know that there's going to be clear skies coming through. So that's
what's up, man. Well, I
it's temporary.
You, fellas. Temporary. Yeah, man, we did that thing. You know, 3 hours later. You know what I'm saying? I was cool because I spray painted my bike, so I'm waiting for it to dry anyway. That's perfect. I'm
so hungry. I might just pull to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm about to eat. I'm literally gonna go. I'm gonna go get some chicken and rice right now.
I'm going to In-N-Out because we're sponsored by In-N-Out, so they gave us free double coupons. So I'm about to go in. I'm gonna do it protein style though. You know what I'm saying? I'm lying. I'm doing animal style. I'm lying. Anyways, man, I appreciate you boys, man. All
right, man.
That's it. It's Corner Circle. We out.
Yeah.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I have fun. I hope you guys had fun. Anyways, like I said, if you like these things, dope. If not, you don't really have to watch them. Spread the word, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. These are both on, right now they're on SoundCloud. SoundCloud might end up trying to get them on iTunes. Not just sure yet. I mean, I kind of like the SoundCloud thing, but I mean, it might get them on the podcast thing. And obviously they're on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, man, spread the word. If you want any of the fresh gear, the dope gear, obviously you can go to my store. McClain.BigCartel.com, or you go to lsmcclain.com. You can cop all the good gear. Aside from that, man, I hope you guys had a good one. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a good day, good afternoon, good night, or whatever you're doing. If you want to keep rocking with me, like, comment, subscribe. It's probably around here. Yeah, man.